Hello, everyone. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Doxy. Hi, PJ.
Hi.
Hi, Sway. Hi, PJ. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, StreamYard, you sexy thing, you. Oh, son of a bitch. I just threw
It's the
nachos
duck.
everywhere.
It gets me every time. Huh?
You know what's funny about that? Is there was a guy that I had a crush on when I was in high school. He was older than me. He was already out of school. And I had a really big crush on him. And his name was Derek. And so all my friends, because he walked pigeon-toed, and so all of my friends would call him Ducky.
Oh, that's cute.
So does StreamYard remind you of your crush from high school?
Just the duck.
Oh.
Just
every time I look up there, I just kind of chuckle. I'm like, oh, there's Ducky.
I can't understand why they used a duck as a logo, like for it, like you know, especially for like an app. Like it's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Anyway,
where is everybody?
Duck goose.
Is everybody live again tonight? Oh, it's Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Fark, you should be in
probably.
A few minutes.
Everybody's probably live because Jennifer Kuffendorfer went live with Dog today.
Oh, God.
I haven't watched it.
Oh, Jennifer Kuffendorfer?
Yes. And apparently it was full of lots of misinformation and how do you say it? Sensationalism.
Yeah,
that's a big word. Yeah, because, you know, she was just crooning to Dog and, oh, he's such a superstar and, oh, my gosh. And I was just like, oh, bleh. From what I've heard. I only listened to Shelby Ray. She just did a review on it. I don't know where this whole community's going. Like, if people are believing in ex-FBI agents misinformation, that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
I tell her off on Twitter all the time, and everybody's like, that's true, PJ. I'm like,
I have some possible information on Jennifer Kuffendorfer from the Summer Wells. I just can't put it out because I can't exactly prove it yet. But she's a shit.
Well, when she had put out the With Elijah Vu or whatever, when people were putting out that information, she said, "Oh, it's confirmed or whatever that it was him," when it wasn't confirmed or whatever. And I was like, Jennifer Kuffendorfer for an ex-FBI agent, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
When
I know, it makes me
confirmed.
Makes me wonder what she did for the FBI, like clean their toilets. I don't know.
It was
like serious drug enforcement. She was drug enforcement.
I thought it was
so she's okay.
Oh, it was drug enforcement and gangs.
But I thought it was technology that Brian Engine had. The technology part?
Oh, I don't know. I just know that she has this big old long, what do you call it? Not expose. Resume. And then she brags and brags and brags about how she brought down these gangs and all this other shit with drugs.
Well, it's a problem because she's setting a bar in this community because people look up to her thinking, oh, if she's FBI, ex-FBI, then this must be okay. So everyone's thinking, oh, well, it's okay to be spewing out misinformation, putting out that remains are, verified when they aren't. That's a problem.
Hey.
And people are going to start following suit.
Not too long ago, she was talking about the Summer Wells case again. It was the anniversary of Summer going missing, the 3-year anniversary. And she got on her live and told everybody that Summer had been SA'd by Dawn.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, see, this is a big problem. And apparently creators were in her chat, hand over fist, sending her super chats and everything, trying to get in with her, like, And I just think that it's a massive problem when she's hasn't even got the facts of the cases right. Like, that's crazy. And now she's ditched Summer. Sebastian's the new Summer. Because she said her channel's going to be all about Sebastian now.
Well, that's because Doug the Bounty Hunter matched the 50K from the FBI.
Well, he was on the news yesterday saying he's offering 100K. And so he's rolled in the FBI's reward with his. They don't even have the reward to give, like Nick and Dog don't. Like, it's just ridiculous. I mean, when's like Sumner County or TBI going to step in and go like this? You know, this is going to stop.
They're not going to do it because look what they let happen in Summer's case.
Yeah. Hey, MJ.
I still think they're in on some of this. You know, I still think this is a money grab all around. I think all of this is a money grab.
Oh yeah. Well, it's interesting because I was watching a lot about Jaguar Wright last night, you know, who was the whistleblower on P. Diddy and all them.
Yep.
And she was making little comments about YouTube and how she's got she's had like people in her ear from YouTube, like interesting, like, you know, how she would bring that up because she's into all these, everyone said they were conspiracy theories, but they all have turned out to be true. You know, well, she was saying that
on YouTube within just a few weeks after she exposed the P. Diddy stuff, and she was getting and stuff from people from YouTube.
Oh yeah, well, she got doxxed and her number and address and everything's been put out. Like, and
YouTube took her channel down.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're trying to silence her, right? Because she's blowing the whistle on like Jay-Z and Beyonce and all them. And hey, Brittany. It's all right.
They've come up with 40-something odd false charges on her.
Yeah, I could imagine. Because, but I mean, if it's defamation, they have to prove it's defamation and not true, you know. So, like, I don't know, but I mean, everything she said so far has panned out. So, you know, and people were saying that she was crazy.
Of course, that's what they do. They try to make you look crazy.
But it's interesting how she brought up YouTube and how there's some big players on YouTube and how it all gets kind of, well, you know, it's all a big game, really. It's like,
does nobody watch my videos I make?
Yeah, no, I know, but it was nice to see someone like that confirm it, that, you know, is higher, you know, a little bit higher up, and like to say, yeah, there is things going on YouTube, you know, like it's all controlled kind of chaos. Like
every video I make or made on YouTube was for a reason. And
yeah, I know. That's why I brought it up. I just thought it was interesting because she that to hear someone else say it, you know, someone like that.
Somebody that's a little bit more authoritarian.
Well, I think she's a little bit flamboyant and crazy, but she spews out the truth and she's not really scared to say it, which is, you know, a lot of people would be too scared to say that sort of stuff. But not that shady person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't trust any of them, actually, Brittany.
Who's she talking about?
Shady of Chronicles of the Shady.
Oh, shady persons. Yeah.
My thing is they're all such hypocrites. I mean,
I know.
They're all involved in it. They all know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. Yep, and I mean, now Shady's going like, oh, it's interesting that you call out Barbecue Lady for raising money for a lawyer, but, you know, Queen's doing the same thing and da-da-da-da-da, and it's like, it's just...
I don't know. I heard somebody say the other day, and I have no idea because I don't know the law, but somebody said that attorney connecting or stapling on that federal crap can get in trouble with the state bar for basically threatening with federal charges when there's nothing that these people have done that's even federally Jesus criminy. There's nothing that these guys have done to violate a federal law.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, I know. That's what I don't understand. Like, this is all just going next level. It's crazy.
I mean,
I think it's
federal charges is like what P. Diddy's facing.
Yeah.
And freaking barbecue lady, as far as I know, hasn't done anything to the level of P. Diddy.
All she's received is a cease and desist. They don't even have the money to like fight, like, you know, to go take it any further. As far as I know, you know, it's Tony Mathis is behind a lot of it. And have you seen how many bankruptcies he's filed? Like, he's broke as a joke, mate. He's an idiot.
That's why I say this is all. I think this is all one big scam, and what they're gonna do is
big money grift.
Yep. What they'll do is that 25,000 federal lawyer crap out.
Mm-hmm.
They'll raise as much as they can on that, plus then whatever that GoFundMe that Tony's got now, and then they'll combine both of them, and then they'll split it between all of them.
Yeah, has anyone noticed that they keep saying cease and desists are being sent out, but there's only been one, like recently, to Barbecue Lady, and it makes me think that this is a front. Like this is a false threat, so she can raise money.
Oh, she's a Barbecue Lady's a
she's TikToker,
and she came into the. You explain it because I don't know a lot about her.
Well, she's a TikToker that was working over there with Tony Mathis and all those crew. And then apparently, like, she's been in and out with Tony Mathis. They've been friends and then they haven't, and then they've been friends and then they haven't, but it's very shady. But now she's coming over here, and then she said she raised 22,000 for those blip boards for Sebastian. And then she receives a cease and desist from Tony Mathis and Seth. And then she puts up a $25,000 GoFundMe, and it's like, are you kidding, woman? Like, so that's where people drew the line.
She's saying it's because she needs a federal attorney because she got a cease and desist order from Tony.
Assist and decease.
Whatever. What did I say? I don't know what the fuck I said. And then she also raises dogs and sells them, and so she made sure to throw in that she'll be putting up her puppies for sale. They're French bulldogs, and they're, what'd she say, $3,000 to $5,000 a piece or some shit. It's all, I think it's all
yeah. She breeds fluffy Frenchies. I'd never heard of fluffy Frenchies before, but apparently they're way more expensive than the normal Frenchies. But the problem with Frenchies is they all have defects and heart murmurs and breathing problems and need lots of vet bills and things like that. So always think twice before you invest in a Frenchie. And if you've got a lot of money to pay for the vet bills, then who put up a GoFundMe? Barbecue Lady did.
And TikTok,
she got a cease and desist, MJ, and now she's raising 25,000 for a federal lawyer. All she had to do is just shut her mouth and step back a little bit, because what she's doing is she's putting out information that's wrong in the case and pointing fingers at people, and it's not. Barbecue Lady has a GoFundMe for 25K. Yep, none of the others raised that kind of money.
They found out the $25K for that lawyer is because Tony's lawyer put on the back of that cease and desist. What the fuck? That's right? Anyway,
that's right. Yeah.
Restraining order shit that there could be federal charges involved in it, which
there could be if she doesn't. Tony himself said it's just a warning shot to let people know, like, cut it out.
Like I said, to get federal charges against you and need a federal attorney, you have to do something like P. Diddy.
Yeah. It's all a bluff. I keep saying it all along. They're just trolling. Nobody's got the money to take anyone to court. That's the crazy thing. But I think Barbecue Lady is still working with Tony Mathis. I honestly do. And I think this is all a front for fundraising more money. Okay, so Tony and Seth just don't want her talking about them because she came out against them exposing stuff that was going on. Yeah, she did, Brittany, and she brought out a lot of messages and stuff showing Tony was really shady, so he wants to shut her up. So I don't know whether, because she's gone backwards and forwards with Tony, so I don't know. It could be either way. It could be that they just want to shut her up, or it could be that this is a... Yeah, they could be all working together and they're trying to raise money. I need to come up with an excuse to create a GoFundMe. I want to go on a cruise. I know, MJ, right?
MJ, I guarantee you raised money that way, and you'd go on your cruise and you'd hate the whole time. You would hate that whole cruise because you'd feel guilty about being on a cruise with somebody else's money.
Well, not only that, like GoFundMe takes out a percentage, and not only that, but if people think their donations are being misspent, they can ask for a refund. So for up to a year afterwards. Who knows? Because Terry Lynn is doing the same. Exactly, Brittany. And the information that Barbecue Lady's been spewing out is what Terry Lynn gave her about Sebastian's pants being found. And so it makes me think, because I think Terry Lynn is shady as hell. Like, she is dirty.
So who gave her the pants, Seth?
Terry Lynn is the lady that sits in the car parks. She was on, what was it, the first 30-day fiance community. She's battier than a fruit bat, like, but she's been going live every day and working like all through the night. She doesn't sleep. She drives around and she sits in parking lots and says she's searching for Sebastian. And then she started hanging out missing posters about Terry Lynn. I mean, Terry Lynn started handing out missing posters for Sebastian, the FBI ones, and put her YouTube handle and everything on the bottom of the posters. So she has, in fact, what do you call it? She's changed the FBI, the standard posters, which I don't think you're allowed to do, and is worried to... Oh, she's married to a cat called Kevin. That's how crazy this woman is. She's a freaking woman.
She's got something in her trunk named Sebastian, and everybody thought she had Sebastian in her trunk.
Yeah, it was Sebastian the crab, the stuffed animal off Little Mermaid. And so Barbecue Lady and everyone went around saying she'd told everyone that she'd kidnapped Sebastian and it was in her trunk of her car. It's just ridiculous. Married to her cat. Yeah, I know. But she's been playing both sides. She's a real agitator, this one.
I thought she was a dog handler.
No, that's Julia. But the dog handler and her were like sending a lot of messages between each other. It was the way she was saying it. I know, Brittany. And then, like, she's I don't know.
Well, the reason I think that they're working together is because Barbecue Lady was up there with old J is for Justice, Rainbow Not So Bright. And
yeah.
Whenever Rainbow Not So Bright has people up on her panel, it's usually because she's working with them.
Yeah, Jay, yeah. Watch that J is for Justice, man. So she's oh yes, and Terry Lynn's also with the tarot lady who says she channels Sebastian. Yeah. Oh, that's disgusting too. Yeah, she's the one this is really turning into a mess.
Wasn't she the one that went around telling everybody that flashlight video that had people talking on it? The tarot card lady?
Yeah, that was the tarot lady. Yeah, that's the one that Terry Lynn hangs around with. Yep. Mm-hmm. And now last thing I saw was her channeling Sebastian. That just was absolutely sick because we don't even know if he's passed over yet. Like, come on. And PJ, I had a question for you. I'm pretty sure Crime Sleuthing did it and got told off by the FBI, but isn't changing an FBI missing poster against the law or
I'm pretty
wrong?
sure there's something legally wrong with it.
Yeah.
I think that they
Yeah.
said something at a press conference or something about flyers, and I always thought a tip line was illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're all doing their own tip lines. That's another one Barbecue Lady was doing. She was running a tip line on the bottom of her TikTok page. Tips for Sebastian to Barbecue Lady. So they've all got their own private tip lines. This is just getting ridiculous. Like the only people that should have a tip line is the TBI and some county sheriff's offices.
You guys gotta watch it too, because there's YouTubers that'll scroll across the bottom of their panels and put it in their descriptions that they take tips, tip money, and it's actually like for like coffee and shit.
Yeah.
And that's why
that's true.
That's why these other ones are getting called out, because a lot of them were thinking it was for like coffee tips, but it was actually these assholes wanting tips.
Well, Cluminati calls her email a tip line as well. It's tips to Cluminati.
Who is that?
SF, Steve Fisher investigates. He's a private investigator. He's not retained for Sebastian Rogers, but he's putting together he's been out there and he's canvassed the whole area and he's doing search grids, which is more than what Seth or anybody else has managed to do in this whole 6 months' time. Do you realise they keep saying, "Oh, we need to get this team together," and "Oh, we've got a lot of horsepower behind us now," and but they still haven't done anything. Dog's still not in Tennessee. Nick's not allowed in Tennessee. They haven't done anything. Seth hasn't done anything. They haven't done any searches. Not in the last 5 months. Steve Fisher, private investigator.
You guys, Dog the booty sniffer. Doggy the booty sniffer.
Dog the booty
case. He has already solved it.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that he realized that Sebastian's missing?
Yep. He sniffed him out. I don't like SF's Harmony's case. Yeah, SF can rub some people the wrong way. I think I like what he's doing in this case, though, because he's calling out all the clowns, and there's not many people doing it.
That's another thing, you guys. I can't remember the word for it, but there's a word for it, and it's exactly what George Soros does with his oh Jesus, now I forgot his name. Anyway, what he does is he funds both sides of a war. So there's a war going on. Instead of taking one side, he funds both of them. And what it does is it pins them against each other, right? Causes problems and pins it against each other. Well, this is exactly what YouTubers are doing in this true crime crap. Is they're all working together. So you got ones that are doing the shit, and then you got their friends that were working with them calling it out. And what it does is it's just like the George Soros thing. It pins them together so that you get the ones that are for Seth. Okay? You got the ones for Seth, rooting for Seth and doing everything they can to protect Seth. Then you got the ones rooting for Chris and Katie. But behind both of these teams are the same people. So you've got Cher, you've got Chasing, Jay's for Justice, you've got Justin, you've got John Q. All of them are working together. They at one time have all worked together in the Summer Wells case. Cher and Jay's for Justice did podcasts, and they have the same author. What do you call it? Editor. They share the same editor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the ones that go around all these people book deals.
I've got a pretty good feeling that Brittany J is also getting paid off to run a narrative at the moment as well, because she's going along with everything Tony and all that are spewing out, and
course, she's got
Seth's a victim, and as far as I'm concerned, the only victim in this case is Sebastian. Like,
you got Cher behind Brittany J. You got J is for Justice and Chasing over there on the other side. So that little fight that's going on over there is all fake.
mm-hmm.
And you guys,
Well,
it brings bucks. It brings in huge amounts of money because this is what Tiffany and Benny did over in Summer Wells' case.
the fake fighting.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is what Chasing does or did over there in the Summer Wells case. She pinned Tiffany and Benny, and they were all working together the whole time.
Yeah. I just don't know. He's been doing great putting out more than others and calling out these people doing fuck shit. He has been in this case. Maybe he's taken a step back and looked at himself and before he jumps into cases, because he knows a lot more than.
He's also he's also insured, so if somebody tries to steal money, that he has to pay.
That is true, because he's basically asking for them to sue him. But he's put out a few things on Seth, like a few statements on Seth that I think he didn't need to do. I don't know, and he hasn't put out any proof or receipts for any of those accusations either. So people really need to just watch out for all these, and especially an ex-FBI agent that's trying to play God in true crime when she can't even get the facts of the case straight.
Mm-hmm. I think that there's too much out there about Sebastian, and probably half of it, or
all of it,
almost all of it, probably isn't true.
Yeah, it's all fake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been they want it to blow up because they want it to hit mainstream media and all this sort of stuff, and that's what Tony was talking about in his last interview about. It's gone worldwide now, and it's like, yeah, but it's all none of it. Like, it's all rubbish information. None of it's real. Yeah. Like, what are they doing?
See, mainstream media is not going to pick up anything like that, and the only reason why he picked up like Harmony's vigils and like the actual like things that we are actually really doing is because we were actually doing events and stuff like that. Like, the mainstream media didn't want to go to every single little tiny search and things and all that stuff, because they only wanted to go to things that would hit, people would want to watch and would get, as you call it on YouTube, clicks and views. Because if it's not going to get watched and people aren't going to want to listen to it over and over and over again, because it's going to get old. People aren't going to want to keep watching and watching, and people are going to end up losing their subs, losing their money and stuff like that, because it's an obsession.
It is. We're obsessed.
It makes me sick when people get this bad with cases.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's all money. This is their livelihood. They depend on this shit. And that's why they.
And we saw this in Summer Wells' case. Once the factual information and everything's out there and there's nothing new, then they start with the drama and all this other crap.
They bring people in like they did with Jose and Dudley Do Wrong, and that's why you're seeing Old Dog the Bounty Hunter get brought in, is because they need somebody to start stirring shit up.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah, Far, you're right. Far said Sebastian's case shits me. I don't even watch it now. It's all bull.
Yeah, I don't like it. I wish I could get out of all of it.
Oh, was it SF that stopped Seth from putting out that CPS thing? Well, that's good though, because he shouldn't ever have put that. He was going to put out those CPS reports.
How did he even get it?
Seth has every right to get CPS files from his child, but it's going to be redacted files, because I was able to get my old CPS files from when I was a kid, but like my brother's name's redacted and whatever my mom stated is redacted unless I get their written permission.
Well, who the fuck wants to put that kind of shit out? Serious to God.
I don't know.
Well, look what Seth's put out on Sebastian's name. It's disgusting. Hey, Rowdy.
Well, that's why I'm saying this is why it leads me to think that, just like with Summer's case, they did the same shit, the same exact shit. Dawn and Candace. They got Dawn and Candace. They tried to pin them against each other. They went all out to try to get Candace to turn on Dawn, and to Dawn to confess to something he didn't do. Candace to confess. I mean, this is the same shit. And when you get people that aren't so smart in the head, like Seth, and Dawn and Candace wasn't all, all there. They start doing shit that they normally probably wouldn't be doing. And it's because they've got people in their freaking ears telling them, hey, we'll get you a book deal. Hey, we'll get you a Netflix deal. Hey, we'll
drop you cash out.
We'll get you your house stuff. We'll do all this other shit for you. Blah, 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 blah. They conned Candace into going on the behavioral panelist and Dr. Phil to get her teeth fixed. And then when she got there, freaking, who was it? 423 Chase called them and told them they found Summer, and got Dawn and Candace all excited. And then 2 seconds before Dawn and Candace was supposed to go and start filming for the interview with the behavioral panelist, they fucking he called back and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Summer." And
they said they had a sighting with her.
It was all a lie to get her all upset. Now who?
Yeah, and to make her look bad on Dr. Phil, to drum up more drama. Exactly.
Yep. And then Dawn and Candace, it was supposed to have been a secret that they were going there. And 423 Chase and Cher and all them tracked down their car at the airport, put that all out on fucking YouTube. So everybody had their license plate number. They knew where their car was. All this other shit. I mean, it was just horrible what they did to Dawn and Candace. And so when people are sitting there saying, "Oh, Seth this, Seth that. Oh, I can't believe he would do this." Well, you guys got to go back and look what they did to Dawn and Candace. So a lot of this behavior that Seth is doing is a lot of what Dawn and Candace was doing. Yep, G-Mom.
Did anybody in chat watch Jennifer Coffindoffer and Dog today? I haven't watched it. I've heard about it.
No, I don't watch her.
Because they were making digs at Katie and Chris putting on weight since Sebastian's disappearance. And I think, well, it's because they can't leave their house because they get filmed and photographed everywhere they go, even church. Like, they can't even go out and eat. Like, and if my son was missing and I'd probably wouldn't get out of bed.
Exactly. And why if you are a supposed professional, or you spent your career as a supposed professional like she claims to have been, why would you go and be so freaking petty as to start talking about their weight?
I know. For a so-called professional. Okay, yeah, right. Let's sit there and make digs about the weight. Yeah.
Because it's a money grab.
I mean, Seth hasn't lost any weight at all since, if he was out searching for a son every day, don't you think he would have lost some weight? Like everyone says he is, but he's not. But I mean, I shouldn't go there.
Why put that on Seth? I mean, he could be sitting at home eating just as much as Katie and them.
Yeah, that's right, and that's why I said I shouldn't go there.
Well, I didn't mean it like that, but I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
What's good for Seth or Katie and Chris, why can't it be for Seth too?
Yeah. I just think the fact that he has been running this all along and telling everyone that he's been searching every day, and, when obviously he hasn't been. There's been no proper grid searches, no proper, and I, like, nothing, they keep saying, Dog and that said they've got 24 investigators on boots on the ground in Tennessee. Well, SF said he was out there and there was no one. Like, there's no one there.
Who is it, Ernie? During the day on house
Well,
or
Ernie's in jail.
yeah,
Ernie's
but
in
maybe
jail.
they're
It is sort of
releasing him during the day so he can go out and search with his doggy. Because I mean, they were hot on Brian Laundromat's case.
Yeah, Katie and Chris are married.
Yeah.
A
Proudfoot.
dog is horrible.
Yeah, they
Does
can't
nothing that
be.
personally attack me.
You can't be married to two people in the United States.
Yeah,
They're not
no,
married.
she got a divorce from Seth.
She's
And
been
it's interesting because the day Sebastian went missing was the 8 years to the day of the divorce date. So
She's been divorced from him for years.
8 years.
Well, the way that Brittany wrote it was weird.
Oh.
It sounded like
No,
she wrote the way she wrote it was sounded
it's a little
like
strange that. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
MJ.
it's big.
It's just
Yeah,
really
it
hard.
was the anniversary.
It's really hard for Gen X people not to go to the looks part because that's what we grew up. You know, like we used the
We
word
did.
RARDED all the time, and it wasn't
Yeah.
it was derogatory, but it wasn't derogatory as in because of the actual handicap itself. It was
Yeah.
just that was a name, like when people would, back in the 50s say gay, like
Yeah.
gay,
Everything was gay, like, and it wasn't referring to like
homosexual,
gay people.
like that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's hard for it's hard to be politically correct for me because
Yeah, it is for me too
all my
because of the
life.
way, just because of our generation that we were brought up in. Gay means happy, yeah. And we used to go, oh, that's so gay, like, oh, that's so gay. But it wasn't like, I don't know, it was just a word. We just used it as a word. It wasn't,
like as in, like everything now is woke and offensive and.
Yeah, I know. And we used to use words like spaz. Remember spaz?
You did.
Yeah. And now that would be classed as offensive.
My dad would call blonde haired ladies dits. You can't do that anymore.
No, a lot of things have changed, and I think that's why we're having a lot of trouble in the community with people going, oh, that's racist, or that's this, or that's that, you're a bigot. I think a lot of it is just people are taking people's words the wrong way, or using their words against them to say, oh, you're a racist, or you're this, or you're that. But like when Hong, Nick the Hat's friend, came out, people were making little puns off his name. It was just rhyming words off his name. Some people were like, some people were saying, oh, he needs to go and work at the nail salon and stuff like that. But some people were just saying, oh, Hong Kong, or things like that. So it's like, but then next minute the whole community's up in arms because everyone's being racist, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, really?
People took like rainbows and made it, what they made rainbows out of. And back in my day, we drew rainbows over everything. Like it didn't mean anything like that now. Just
I know. Rainbow has a whole different meaning now.
The pedos and all of them took the panda bear and stuff like that now.
Yeah.
So, and pandas, cute little things, and now you can't even talk about pandas without somebody thinking that you're meaning something.
And Pizzagate, like all those little symbols meaning things and stuff. I can't stand being PC. It's just words. People are so soft these days, for fuck's sake, girls. I couldn't agree with you more, Far. I'm the same. Like, and I don't really have much of a filter. I have to be careful because I've got a bit of a head injury, and so words just come out of my mouth without me thinking about it. So when Hong was up there, I was like, do you remember the movie 16 Candles with and it had Long Duck Dong on it? I loved that movie. And he goes, oh, sexy girlfriend. Well, okay, so I said Long Duck Hong. And the next minute, everyone's going on about this, like calling it racist. And I'm like, well,
politically correct. So, like, we can't say the word nigger, which is a derogatory. Never should say it anyway. But, like, rappers can say it. But, you know, you can't say stuff like that anymore. You can't say the word gay anymore. You can't say retarded anymore. You can't say what's another politically correct? Oh, the pronouns and stuff they use now.
Yeah, he and she. It's got to be they and them and all this other bloody.
You know, they've got 1,087 different genders.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, if they haven't had gender reassignment surgery, they need to stay in their own bathrooms, you know? Like, I don't want a male in the woman's bathroom if I had a little girl or something like that. That's just my opinion on it, but I'll probably get called out for that as well.
There are schools, actually, you guys, is no joke. There is schools that will have cat litter pans in their bathrooms, because there are people in high schools and middle schools that identify as cats.
Yeah, and they wear cat headbands and stuff and tails and stuff, right?
Yeah,
like this generation is so messed up in the head. They think they're a whole new breed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, I got in trouble when I said bloody in school.
Yeah,
bloody's not a swear word.
Back in the day, you flip somebody off in school and OMG.
Yeah, Brittany, people are so easily offended, and I think a lot of it's just like selective outrage. Like, I don't think they're actually offended. I think they like to police YouTube on, you know, and have you noticed that, like, if someone calls something out, like say Deets or someone calls something out, her whole chat, that whole group will also back her, like. You know, there's never any pushback for those people. That whole group will all be outraged. And they'll have to do a whole live on you know, the 4th of July when everyone else is out, you know, doing family things. They have to be offended and outraged.
Just look at when we go in and troll, and one of the mods will call us out or something, and then they all jump on us.
Yeah, but it's only certain people they'll be outraged. You know, like, because, like, you know, say one of their group has said something similar, they'll all turn a blind eye to that and they'll call out someone else about it. But then if, you know, one of their group gets called out on it, like, it's that's different. It's, you know, it's that's what really annoys me, is the hypocrisy in this community. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's all
but anyway, we should get on with it. Like, I just think it just really irks me. And to see what happened in the Summer Wells case, to see it all happen in Sebastian's case, and a sixth of the time, or, you know, like, because I mean, you know, Summer's been missing for over 3 years now, and to see it go to that level in less than 6 months with Sebastian means that they're learning and evolving, and this is only going to get worse with every missing child case that goes viral.
Do you guys remember back in the 80s when we had the DARE program and Nancy Reagan?
Yep.
A big push for the DARE program
to keep kids off drugs.
Yeah, we kind of need something like that again, but this time it needs to be something to all parents and warning them against these YouTubers. And there needs to be a push to stop talking. Do not, you know, don't go out there. What's the old saying? All publicity is good publicity. No, it's not. Not in this day and age. No, it's not. They do. They need to push they need a public service thing like the DARE program, and start getting these parents to understand that if, God forbid, somebody in your family goes missing, stop talking to the media. Lawyer up. Do something, but do not talk to the media.
As soon as you give them something, they'll just run. They'll just run with it, and it'll all get twisted, and it doesn't stop. Like, you see where Katie and Chris, they withdrew out of the social media spotlight, but it's still going on.
Yeah.
People are lying on
they
them
do,
all the
aren't you?
time.
I've been saying it for years. Well, since the Summer Wells
Yeah.
case. When an Amber Alert goes out, a gag order should be put on all parties, especially the parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it
And
can screw their
Amber
case
Alert-
up. And if it ever goes to court, it's screwed.
Yep. And an Amber Alert does not need a name. You do not need a name to
No.
be looking for somebody. You put the description, where they went missing, that's it. Because that's how they're
Yeah.
getting these parents involved, is they find out the parent, you know, the kid's last name, whatever, the parent, blah, blah, blah. And then they go after the parents.
Oh, and then you got Sweetie Pilo on the phone for Donna Serafina, contacting every single neighbor, trying to get all the gossip that none of it's true, you know, like none of it's verified as true. I said the same thing for Ellie. TBI needs to step in and shut this down. All these tip lines, everything, it's just gone to the next level. So what we got here? I said to PJ, she said she had to do a survey on creators for YouTube. What did they ask you, PJ?
They asked me if the guidelines were good for YouTube creators. And if they should things they should strengthen and blah, blah, blah. Well, I said a lot of things that people probably will hate me if they do it.
Well,
like attacking victims and attacking victims' families, and that they shouldn't be allowed to do that, and the bullying
should be allowed to monetize.
And the bullying that happens on YouTube shouldn't happen. The doxing shouldn't happen. And the true crime stuff that gets out of hand shouldn't happen. Yep. I had a lot to say. I think it was a bad day on YouTube that day.
I'm not a fan of White Boy Lockdown at all, period. Nope. Can't stand him.
Well, he did that parody on Tony. I didn't realize Shady's all up in arms about it. Now Savage, and oh my god.
Why?
So she said, I wonder if Savage is now offended by White Boy Lockdown now after Shady had to call us out for laughing at his last video about Tony. Even though we said he should take Sebastian's name out of it. And that's what everyone said. They said it's funny, but he shouldn't do it on the name of a missing child. Like, this is where these people, like, just don't get it.
I can't stand Savage. I can't stand any of them. I'll just be honest.
You can't even laugh at a parody now without getting called out by it. It's just, everyone needs a C&D. Go home and shut up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
100.
That's right. Every single one of them. If they just issue a gag order at the beginning of the freaking Amber Alert, we wouldn't even be, these YouTubers wouldn't even have channels. Most of them.
Didn't Delphi do that? What? No, not Delphi. Who did that? Who had a gag order?
Well, they didn't have an actual gag order, but the ones for those the missing moms from Kansas, those 2 missing moms, the police went in there right at the very beginning and told them not to be talking. Don't be talking. Do not talk to the press. And a lot of it also had to do with the fact that the ones that killed the 2 moms were big honchos in that small little town, but they told them to hush, and the media was so pissed because nobody would talk to them, and nobody talking to the media saved a lot of this bullshit in that case, because the media tried to get it to go in the Sebastian Rogers case way, and the cops stopped it right away. And that's what everybody needs. We need what's his name? Grady Judge. We need one of him. Judge Grady, whatever. We need him.
See, I like what they did. Like I mentioned Harmony's case a lot, but law enforcement did a lot in Harmony's case with that kind of stuff. Like they gave the details that they needed to give out. And they gave Nerdy a no-fly. Like he couldn't fly his drone. And after the footage from the search from the house that Harmony lived in got all over the place, like all over Twitter, everywhere, because somehow he got his drone to fly over the house and stuff. He got an order that he couldn't. There was no fly zone for him in Manchester anymore.
Yeah, Tim Mullins was supposedly a licensed drone flyer, whatever you call him, and boy, did he screw up that freaking shit in Summer Wells' case.
Oh yeah, he was another one who came out as a spokesperson, like Tony Mathis, but he's got friggin' no experience, really. Like,
it was giving Benny Keys a bunch of money, and it was horrible.
Yeah, he was paying Benny. Yeah, he was, to run with a narrative. What Tony is doing, I believe, with people like Brittany J and things like that. His parody was funny, and he only said Sebastian's name once in the beginning, and if he just took that out, it was hilarious. Sometimes you need those laughs with all this crap. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think of,
Yes and no, because when you go, how do I want to put this? When you get to the point that it is now in these cases, like, it just, even making fun of these people is just, it's just feeding it. You know what I mean? Like, because now, like,
calling them out is doing anything either.
Huh?
I don't think calling them out is doing anything either.
No, calling them out's not doing anything except putting money in the pockets of the people calling them out.
I like Grady Judd.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Grady's the man. He doesn't.
And most of the people calling them out are having to go in and watch the crap that they're trying to call out, and then you see them butt kissing with these people that they're supposed to be calling out, and it's like you get to the point where you're like, okay, well, obviously if you're butt kissing with these people, then you obviously have some kind of communications offline with them, and so what's the point? Like, you're now with them.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it comes down to, like, with the creators, with their morals, like, are you going to put out the facts of the case and do it right, or do you want to make money? And of course, like, 99% of these scumbags just want to make money. So they're going to just run with whatever, even though they say they're there for the missing child.
I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but once somebody's Cash App goes up, once they get monetized and those Cash Apps and shit go up, they change. The creators change.
Oh yeah, they do.
It's not for the good. It really isn't.
Yeah, but it's circumventing. It's actually against terms of service. So it's amazing that, it's still going on. Because what they're doing is they're avoiding taking YouTube's cut.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm just saying, once you start, okay, you get a small channel starting out, and once they go, they're able to monetize, their whole outlook on everything changes. It's almost instant.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the greed.
Yeah, once the money, and then they realize how easy they can make the money by being the victim, or by saying, "Oh, my car broke down," or they realize that they can pull money that way. They're going to keep doing it. There would be nothing to parody and call out if people just stuck to facts exactly. You can't help but turn it into a joke. It is hilariously ridiculous. Yeah, and it's sad. Yeah. It's really sad that this is all on the back of a missing kid. Like, and that's what we got to the point in Summer Wells' case where we're like, is Summer even real? Like, is she even real, or is this a psyops?
PJ, you're the exception to the rule. You're not, but you didn't start your channel out just because, I mean, how do I want to put that?
No, I was just saying that
you've got a moral compass.
You're not a hustler to begin with. So, I mean,
I don't know how to explain. What I was trying to type is, like, I'm monetized, but, like, I don't even push my memberships.
I know.
You could be monetized. That's not a problem. I don't have a problem with being monetized on YouTube.
Because you put work and research into it.
Yeah, you actually do work, PJ. You actually make shorts. You make your videos. You put the time into it. You know what it takes. How hard it is to make that stuff.
And then you see people like Brittany J hit the live button and they've done no research. They expect their chat and their panel guests to basically give them all the information for the live stream. like on their mods, you know, like it's gross. Like Brittany J comes in and she's blind to everything. She just goes along with what she's told.
Oh shit.
And I made videos over on kill shots in the shorts and shit, you guys. And there was times I put 10 hours into a video and I'd get maybe 50 views on it. And then
Yeah.
and I'm not saying this is anything other than what the truth is. Killshot there for the last few times we went live, he'd just go up there, sit up there on the panel. I did too, but he was the one running it, and he'd get 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't put but what, maybe 2 hours into it.
Right.
And it's frustrating. It's so frustrating because those hours of making videos and shorts and shit, like, it's frustrating as fuck not to get views on them.
Yeah.
And but then you've got, like Doxy said, you got Brittany, you've got Granny's watching, you've got freaking the ones that only do lives, get up there and they've got 10, 15,000 in their fucking views after their live goes down. And it's just ridiculous. It's frustrating, and they'll say, "Oh, well, I went and I was networking and I got up on panels and I did this and that." No, you were freaking what is it called? Sub farming. That's all you did. You just went over there and poached the subs. You didn't do any work.
Yeah, it's annoying for people who do put in the genuine hard work and do things like under YouTube's terms of service and everything, follow the guidelines, follow the rules, and they're getting shadowed by people like Brittany J who do no research, no work, sit up there, spew just anything out of their mouth, and they seem to pull, and then they get.
I got our channel over there on Killshots. I got our channel 7,500 subs in less than a year. And that's really hard to do, especially when we weren't even getting, but maybe at the most, I think at that time, we were getting maybe 30 people in our live chats at the most.
Yeah, 30. About 30 or 40, yeah.
And we wasn't even going over 500 views in a live chat at the time, or on our lives. We weren't even going over 500 views at the time. And it was all in my shorts, basically. And then because we wanted to get monetized, we had to take and privatize most of those shorts because they claimed them as copyright, or reuse content. So all but maybe one of my viral videos that made over 1 million views, we had to privatize it. We couldn't put it up after we went to get monetized.
Yeah, that's when the bots were hitting everyone for reuse content, and it wasn't like a lot of it was, it wasn't even, it was just the bots picking it out, like it wasn't real people.
And PJ knows right now, even these shorts right now are barely getting above 1,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you try to put out a short now, you're going to have to do it for weeks. You're going to have to put them out 1 or 2 a day for weeks before you can actually get that algorithm again.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it, especially health-wise, mental health-wise, physical health-wise. It's not worth it.
Yep. Well, should we get into these?
I don't support
we're at now. Get into the missing people cases. I don't begrudge any creator covering costs and keeping some as a wage for their work. If you are collecting hundreds, I expect you to give back. Yeah, that's right. And that's the crazy thing. The ones that are earning the most in that aren't even giving anything back to the community or the missing child or whatever they're covering.
But Brittany J and even like Killshot right now, they have no cost, you guys. There is no cost.
Oh, they're just covering the cost of like the internet and, basically.
They have internet, whether they have a freaking channel or not, they have internet. So it's not
Yeah.
because they have a channel that they have to pay an internet bill.
That's true.
StreamYard, but you can get one for $25 a month. It's not that hard. But like Brittany and them, she has no costs. Everything. Oh, that just. I understand people say that, and they think that YouTubing is like because that's what these creators do. Well, I got to cover the cost. No, you don't. It's $25. If you don't have $25 to pay for your StreamYard, something's really fucking wrong.
Brittany expects all her subs to pay for her tax bills and her light bill and everything else.
Fuck them. Fuck her.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I get so fucking pissed at this shit. I worked my ass off. I seriously God worked my ass off, and I did not get paid at all through YouTube, which that was my choice. But at the same time, it really just how do you? I don't know. PJ knows because PJ does work. PJ puts in her time. PJ makes her videos. She makes her shorts. And I guarantee you, she does not make very much off of YouTube.
No, I don't.
And I've seen
most I've ever made within like 2 or 3 months is like $100.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And that's barely enough to cover your internet. Like
Killshot and I only at the whole almost 2 years over there, Killshot only made about $450. That's it for 2 years.
Well,
yeah, fuck you. It's hard for people that aren't into like doesn't have a channel because the creators want you. Well, not all. The ones that are slimy as fuck. They want you to think that there's so much cost and there's so much shit to go into these YouTube channels, and they're not. Now, if you've got the bigger channels, like say, what's his face, the biggest YouTuber? Oh God, what's his name?
I don't know who you're thinking of. What does he do?
Any of them. Just name a big YouTuber.
Or like Jake Paul or someone like that?
John Paul, or whatever his name is. Now they've got media managers, they've got editors, they've got people that they actually pay. So yes, those bigger channels do have some overcosts.
And they probably also need a lawyer.
And lawyers. Other than that, that's because their channel got so big. But these little ones like Killshots, like PJ's, mine's really tiny. We don't have that kind of cost. We don't pay media managers. We don't pay. We are the editors. We are the ones doing the content.
Well, you're like Annie Elise, that 10-1 or what is it? Is it no Annie Elise? What is it? 25 to life or something like that. I don't know, something like that. 10 to life.
Grizzly.
Yeah, like she's got editors and all that now. Like all she does is sit in front of a camera. Like everyone else does all the editing and that for her.
Yeah.
Killshot and I tried
Grizzly. I think Grizzly does a good job of putting out factual information. Like I think, and she doesn't get caught up in the drama.
When she first started, oh no, I did not like her.
Oh, okay. I really don't watch a lot of her, but she's a lot more careful than some of these other creators. Like
she started out like what's her name? Oh God, what's her name? Oh fuck. She's the one that has the intro and it had that light swinging back and forth.
Oh,
Plunder. Grizzly was a lot like Plunder when she first started out.
I don't think I've ever watched Plunder.
Huh?
I don't think I've ever watched Plunder.
I used to. She was the first one I started out with when I first started on YouTube in the true crime. And I liked her until she turned on Dawn and Candace, and that was it. I was like, nope, not doing this shit no more. And she was really big with Zab Girl, and I couldn't stand Zab Girl either.
Yeah, I don't like Zab Girl. But people like Plunder and Grizzly, they actually they pay for the court documents, and they put out the court documents that they've paid for out of their own pocket. So I don't
Plunder
mind Grizzly.
used to
I
not.
can't stand him.
Plunder used to not be one-sided. She used to just put the facts out, and she never chose sides. And then all of a sudden, during the Summer Wells case, and it was early on, and she was a big watcher of she was a big watcher of Chasing Truth at the time. And then all of a sudden, when Chasing Truth went and turned on Dom and Candace, so did Plunder, and that was it. I stopped watching her.
Yeah, Christine Randall, MJ. Yeah, I don't mind Grizzly. I couldn't stand her at the start. I started watching Plunder and Unmasked in the Chris Watts case, but I didn't know there was live streams and everything back then. I was just watching videos back then. Like, I didn't know they were people.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, Grey Hughes gives back to the community, but he is a dick.
Is Unmasking? Is that the? Oh, I couldn't. No, I don't like her. What's the one with Linda?
Linda.
And she always goes.
Oh, that's
I watched her too, and I don't like her now either.
Oh, I don't watch her either.
She's from Canada.
Can't even think. Yeah, no, I can't even think of what her channel is. What is it?
I don't like Gray only because I think him and Chasing Truth really ruined it for me in the Summer Wells case.
I haven't seen him and Chasing in a long time together. Just to be honest.
Yeah, that's because they got.
Yeah.
They were knocking boots.
Well, they started that channel. They started that channel together. Remember? Was it? Oh shit! I can't remember.
I don't know.
Allegedly,
she used to call him the asshole. Remember, she used to call him the asshole. It was like a term of endearment.
Well, Gray does have that temperament, but I don't. I only learned about lives 2 years ago. Yes, yeah, far like. I just started going into live streams at the very start of Summer Wells case, and that's how we followed the whole case right through. It was on the live streams, and I thought that was an absolute shit show. And I mean, like, we got so sucked into that. Like, we got so sucked into that. And I can see how new people that come into the community do.
We got so sucked into it. I had over 21,000 screenshots. I wish I had them all now. When I was going back to make that Benny Keys video, I was like, damn it. Where is all my freaking screenshots? I had everything that they erased off of that shit, and I had it all in those screenshots. Damn it.
Oh, the money. The thing is, and then we had the big C come along, and people's incomes dropped. There's a bit of a depression, and people are struggling for money, and yet they're giving it to these idiot creators like Brittany J. Like, I just don't understand it.
No, I don't.
But anyway, I don't know how many times I can bring up the name. I just think
before the big COVID, I still don't understand it.
No. But yeah, no, I get it. I know.
Damn Uranus. Damn Uranus.
Well, we had so many, man. Like, I had to go through and delete all mine too because I was full. Like, my phone and everything was full.
We had screen recordings. We had screenshots. We had freaking genealogy going clear back to fucking 1900s. We had, like I said, Doxy and I walk into any freaking family reunion in Tennessee and fit right in.
We knew all the, like, the whole generations, all the generations of how far back they went and how the families crossed over and everything like that. And when they say, like, when they say people like marry their cousins and stuff in Tennessee, well, that is true.
They did. First cousins even.
Yeah. They're all related, they're all connected in one way or another. It's really quite interesting when you look at the genealogy, but I'm not saying they're all inbred or anything. I'm just saying that they do all their families are connected. If you trace their family trees back, they're all
They
connected.
are.
It's really interesting.
They are. Seriously, they all are. But yeah, that was the joke. Doxy and I's joke was we could walk into any freaking family reunion on Beach Creek and fit right in. We would know everybody's name, what they look like.
Yeah, I think we can say the C word.
Yeah, you can
far.
say it.
I think
now,
we could.
but
You're allowed to
want
say COVID now, but because we were so used to it being banned, like back when it was first happening, so like you just get used to saying the C word, you know.
the
But
big C word, CUNT.
yeah. See you next Tuesday. Okay.
All right, so let's get into it.
We need these. We need the dates, PJ. The dates on the.
I got the D.
On the cases.
I already got them.
Oh, you got the date.
I was
Yep.
Damn,
on it.
she's organized. See, look, you did research.
I always research. Always.
Yeah, sure.
PJ.
Never go
Hey,
into
PJ,
people's
I watch your live streams on those cases. So anyway, I'm gonna mute and make a coffee.
Doxy's just trying to get brownie points. Don't let her. Just
She was in my live stream.
Oh, I watch. I just don't chat when I see other individuals. I just
Other
kinda,
individuals. I mean,
Yes.
there's usually individuals in my chat, so
No, they're not. They're bots.
it's kind of hard not
Well,
to.
Oh, I tell you what, you guys, my fibromyalgia has been acting up really, really bad. I've been hurting. Oh shit! You guys back?
What happened?
Oh, I was trying to click on something and it clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this will share.
She's breaking stuff everywhere.
Maybe you shouldn't sit so long on a live stream. Like your fibromyalgia might be playing up because you're, staying in one place for like 3
No.
4 hours.
I know what that means. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do, Doxy. See, guys? See how she tries to pretend like she cares about my fibromyalgia, but it's actually because she doesn't want to be on the live stream that long. So she's like,
No, I'm being caring.
Mm-hmm.
She's caring about you, your health.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am.
No, this is all during the day. This just isn't just on YouTube or sitting in here. Matter of fact, I think a lot of it is just because I haven't eaten peanuts.
She's gonna blame me. No, kidding.
Just because you haven't had any nuts in your mouth? Like, come on, girl.
It's because I haven't had any nuts, y'all. It's
Okay.
because I haven't had the big pea.
No, it's the change of seasons, the change of the temperatures, all that.
Rowdy came in and left real quick.
Yeah, Rowdy's mad. Rowdy got mad.
Oh, did I pick her up?
Yeah, she sent me an email.
Oh, yeah.
She said, "You guys suck. All of you suck. Big time suck. SUCK suck." God, I think she thinks we suck, guys. Hold on.
Yeah. She's probably listening.
We love you all. You're all our favourites. PJ.
Mm-hmm. I thought Rowdy was the favorite this week. Oh, there's Rowdy.
Oh, look, he's ready.
Right on cue, Rowdy. Did you hear? Oh, Rowdy, I'm sorry. I shared your email. Hope you don't mind. You said we all suck.
Freak me up. She's like, I'm in the bushes. I'm here.
Yeah, she is. Okay, so we're gonna do Laureen first. Laureen. I didn't. this Laureen?
After you did Laureen's case, PJ, I woke up like the next day and rewatched the rest of it and realized I actually knew that case. I was so out of it that night. Came into your live stream because I'd had my sleep meds and I was like, woohoo!
Yeah.
I think I put the wrong one up there.
Which case are you doing first?
Laureen.
The older case?
Yeah. Let's see. This is the one. Yes. All right. So she went missing on April 27, 1980 at 1:15 a.m. in Manchester, New Hampshire. Now the ascendant's at 7 degrees of Aquarius. 7 degrees is Libra, and it's a woman. Of Aquarius. I can't remember. Was she with friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's Aquarius's friend. The ruler is Uranus. There you go, MJ. Uranus.
That's for you.
It's in her 9th house. Was she a college student?
She was. Hold on. She was a teenager.
She was only 14, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, was she?
She was 14. So not quite, but she would have been going to.
Yeah.
The ruler of Aquarius, is Uranus, and it's sitting in her 9th house. So it's either highway. I'm going to say she's near a highway. Did they ever find her body?
No. She's been 44 years missing, 4 months and 25 days.
Oh, damn.
But there's a lot of weird things that happened during her case, though. Like the phone calls.
Uranus. Uranus.
Did it show that she was trafficked or anything like that?
Well, that might be what the 9th house is because the 9th house, it is foreign countries, it's places far away, it's the highway. A lot of trafficking is done through the highway or on the routes versus the highway. It's at the 24th degree, which is Pisces.
Her mom would get weird phone calls from California.
That's right.
It could be because from Manchester to California is a long distance.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be that she was in California, but Uranus is electronics, it's friends, it's being crazy like nuts, it's towers, it's airports, it's homosexuals, it's divorce, it's dismemberment. She may be dismembered because it is Aquarius and it is Uranus in the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio's death and underground. So she may have been buried. She may be out in the desert in California because Scorpio is desert. Well, it's in the sign of Pisces, so it may be that her feet were severed because Pisces rules feet.
Yeah.
Pisces also rules water, so she may have been around water. Let's see.
Such a strange story, you know, just how they woke up in the morning and she was gone.
Well,
yeah.
Pisces also rules sleeping, so it just makes me wonder. And Aquarius is friends.
Yeah, because her friend was in her bed sleeping. Her mom thought it was her. but it wasn't
She was
her.
supposed to be sleeping on the couch, right? And she wasn't there.
Right. And all the light bulbs in the hallway were unscrewed, like on each floor.
That's so creepy, man.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
cases I've heard where people have unscrewed light bulbs is so they can't be seen, like, you know, basically.
Sun represents light bulbs, and it's in the third house of hallways. In the sign of Taurus, at the 7th degree. So there was a lady that helped unscrew those light bulbs. It was a woman. It's in the sign of Taurus. The Taurus rules women. The ruler is Venus. Venus is in the 5th house. So this was somebody that was playing a joke. It started out as a joke.
Okay.
So
was she living in an apartment block, PJ? Sorry. Was it an apartment building? Like,
it was an apartment building. The apartment building still exists now.
Did she live on the top floor?
I believe it was bottom floor. It was the first floor.
Okay, because her bedroom is the 12th house is bedroom, and it's in Capricorn. Capricorn's like a basement or the bottom floor. And it's in the sun. It rules towards Saturn. Saturn is in the 5th house of the first house of perpetrator. So somebody that was older in the sign of Virgo. Let me see. A landlord. So Virgo is people that rent houses or have leases, renting leases. And with Saturn being there in the sign of Virgo, that's a landlord.
Mm-hmm.
So
interesting.
This landlord, the ruler of the landlord,
someone that had been watching you,
sits in her 2nd house of money or possessions. So this landlord's had been watching her. Landlord would also have access to the freaking hallways and light bulbs.
Yeah, and sure. They said there was some sightings of her, but they weren't confirmed. And there was a phone call to hold on. Phone call stated that a woman claimed to have been her son's. So it was supposedly her calling her ex-boyfriend, like later on.
A woman was?
So, yeah, supposedly it was her calling her ex-boyfriend from because she was 14 when she went missing, so she was 12 when she dated him.
Okay, so if we do that, then the 3rd house is phone calls, and that's in the sign of Taurus. Let's see, at 4 degrees, which is home. So that's Cancer, home, mother, home, in the sign of Taurus. In the 3rd house, that's a phone call with the sun sitting there, would be boyfriend. And the ruler of the 3rd house of phone calls goes to the 5th house, which is boyfriends. In the sign of Gemini, which is a phone call. In this at 20 degrees, and 20 degrees is Scorpio, and Scorpio is mysterious or hidden or so somebody, she very well could have called him. Mm-hmm. But I don't think she left. I don't think she was too far from her house. Matter of fact, I am going to say that it was the landlord, because the 7th house of the 7th house perpetrator, which is the perpetrator's 1st house, is at 7 degrees of Leo. 7 degrees means married. Leo is a man. It's men in general, but it's 7th or ruled by the sun. The sun's in her 3rd house. So it's somebody. We need to find out if the landlord lived in that apartment building.
Think the landlord would have like a skeleton key to get into all those apartments as well. And one other thing, she had a brand new pair of sneakers that she got for her birthday, right, PJ? And they were still sitting there. Like, she didn't even have her sneakers on.
Yeah, she left everything of her. And it was the
So she
80s,
didn't plan on going anywhere.
It's not like they had cell phones back then.
Oh, now listen to this. So there was a private investigator that associated with Wings of Children uncovered that one of the motels that had been suspected of hosting the production of child pornography was where these phone calls had been coming from.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they never tied it. They never tied it with her later on.
Didn't they just put it down as a runaway, PJ?
Yeah, they put it down as a runaway, but they never could tie Laureen's disappearance with that trafficking ring.
Oh, I don't think her parents were involved. I just think that's where the calls were coming from, right? The silent calls.
Yeah, but they couldn't track with the child pornography thing. They couldn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't put Laureen they couldn't connect Laureen with that.
Okay.
Her mother was dating a professional tennis player at the time.
Yep.
Okay. So in the evening, she invited one male and one female over, friends, and drank a 6-pack of beer and a bottle of wine together. Holy shit, she was only 14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the 80s.
You couldn't drink that much when you were 14.
Now, Ron's
you get a buzz over a couple of beers.
The two friends, the girl and the boy, would later say they had seen her restocking wine coolers at the convenience store during the day. What?
Mm-hmm.
So in 1980, they allowed a 14-year-old to work at a convenience store and restock alcohol. We couldn't even do that.
Yeah, they didn't have those laws back then, I don't think.
Yeah, we couldn't even do that in the 90s. Let's see.
Yeah.
At 12:30 a.m. on April 27th, Rahn was sitting with her male friend in the living room when they heard voices in the apartment building hallways. He exited the apartment through a back door, assuming Rahn's mother was returning home and that he and Rahn would get in trouble if he was found there. The male friend stated that he heard Rahn lock the door behind him as he left. Another neighbor confirmed having heard voices approaching the apartment around that time. Sometime around 1:15 on the 27th, Judith arrived home accompanied by her boyfriend and noticed that the light bulbs on all three of the apartment's building floors, okay, so there was three floors of the building, apartment building floors had been unscrewed, leaving the hallway completely dark. When she arrived at her apartment front door, she found it unlocked. Judith initially looked into her daughter's darkened bedroom and saw the bed was occupied and assumed it was Laureen. Her boyfriend then noticed the back door was open. Judith went to wake Laureen to ask her why, but realized this she approached the bed that it was not her daughter, but a friend. Laureen's friend claimed that Laureen had been in bed with her, but had taken her pillow and blanket to sleep on the couch in the living room. The girl would later state that she was unable to recall any of the night due to her being drunk, basically. Upon further examination of the apartment, Judith found Laureen's purse and her brand of new sneakers birthday gift in the living room. None of her possessions, including her money or clothing, were missing, nor were there signs of a struggle. But see, she didn't even call the cops until 3 or 4 hours later.
Well, yeah, back then.
Yeah.
So,
a bus company employee told police that he had sold a ticket to a girl matching her description the day she disappeared. The driver from the company identified her from an old photo as the girl he dropped off in Park Square, Boston. Weeks later,
But later, when he got a new photo, he said it wasn't her.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, That could be all the difference between, you know, an abduction and a runaway. Like just that one, you know, that one false sighting. You know, it'd make the police think, oh, she's run away, but she hasn't.
I think it was that I almost, according to this chart, it was the landlord. The landlord did something with her. But I think she was out in California. And this landlord.
So doesn't her mom.
Venus, Gemini.
Her mom thinks that she was out in California with that doctor. The doctor, what was the doctor's name? Hold on.
I think I know who you're talking about.
The doctor that had the hotline, because the hotline called like 3 times or something to Laureen's mom's house.
So this is interesting. Her 6th house, the chart's 6th house is in Cancer. And Cancer, the moon, ruled by the moon, is in the 8th house. She was pregnant. Let's see, the 6th house.
Did anyone know about it? Did she know? I don't know.
Let's see, 6th house is 11 degrees. It was an unplanned pregnancy. So I don't think she even knew. Well, she must have known because somebody knew she was pregnant. They took her. So her 6th house starts at 11 degrees, which is Aquarius. That's Uranus again, which means sudden or unknown or something suddenly out of. It's also artificial. In the sign of Cancer. Cancer, in this case, is ruled by the moon, and the moon sits in the 8th house of pregnancy. She was 3 months pregnant because it's at 3 degrees. Well, it could be 3 weeks pregnant too. So it's either 3 weeks or 3 months. So why would I wonder if she was asleep? Maybe she was fooling around with this landlord. Let me see something. He has Jupiter.
I wouldn't doubt that. There was also another 15-year-old in the area that went missing at the same time. But there was around the same time, and there was a serial killer around the same time as well.
Whoever it was, though, she either let them in or they had a key to get in. Like, you know. So
her friends is represented by the 11th house, and it's got Neptune sitting there. Neptune is because they were drunk, but it's at the 22nd degree of to kill or be killed, and retrograde. So it comes from the degree before, which is 23, which again is Uranus, Aquarius, and Uranus. Hey MJ, Uranus is being spun around all through this tonight. Sorry, I had to point that out.
I wish I remember the serial killer's name that was around this time.
So Jupiter is the ruler of her friends. The friends was in the 7th house. So it's the 1st house of the perpetrator. So the friends knew or know who this guy was. So I bet any
was it the boyfriend that was there?
No, I don't think it's the boyfriend at all. I think this is somebody that maybe the female friend knew that this girl was messing around with, or that this guy was like stalking her or following her around. Because is her mom still alive? It'd be interesting to ask her if she thought or if she knew she was pregnant.
Do you think it's the landlord, or do you think it is that Annie Sprinkle lady, that the sex educator and former porn actress?
Well, Well, I guess it could be because Leo is a sign of actress or actors, and in the perpetrator's first house is 7 degrees of Leo. And I would assume that was a man, which would have been the landlord because it goes back to.
Because that's where the hold on, the physician's wife, or what? Yeah, wife. That's who she was at that hotline thingy. That the lady from the Wings for Children. You know, the investigator from the
Yeah.
organization Wings for Children.
Sounds like she was like a groomer, like as you know, part of a grooming sort of thing. Like
that's what the lady from the Wings for Children found out. The physician's wife.
So if Laureen was pregnant and she was scared and didn't tell anyone, she might have called that line or something to get advice, or
maybe.
Well, unless she became pregnant after she left, because if so, 7 degrees is somebody that would be, it's Libra, so somebody that it could be a woman, but it could be a married woman. And the sign of Leo, and I was thinking man, but this Leo is also actors in the 3rd house. So this is somebody in the 3rd house, and that's phone calls. And you said she ran a hotline?
The physician, her husband did.
Did they get done with anything, PJ? Was it shady, like that whole hotline thing?
The Wings. Hold on, what is the Wings place? The Wings for Children place thought it was shady because that's what the number was coming up that was calling Laureen's mom.
Oh, interesting. Damn. That's weird, huh? Why? And, you know, like, if they were responsible for something, why would they keep calling her mom and
Now,
then not talking?
This says that that same year, in October 1980, the same year, a childhood friend of Rahn's named Roger Morris, I don't know how, received a phone call from a woman who claimed to be Lori or Laureen. Maria's mother answered the phone and stated that the woman claimed to have seen her son, have been her son's former girlfriend. Maurice had dated Rahn when the two were about 12 years old. So see, she was still alive. I really do believe she was out there in California. I really do believe it. And I really think that this is saying that instead of the perpetrator being a man in Leo, I think it may be that actress.
Well, see, it's easier to get girls' trust with a woman, you know, like, yeah. But it sounds like it's some kind of trafficking kind of thing.
Oh, yep. I guarantee you she's been in films. I guarantee you she's in sex films. And that if people went back and looked at some of these videos and shit that these people made, she'd be in them. Because her co-ruler is in Pisces. Pisces is film. And it's in the sign of Neptune. Or Neptune rules it in the sign of Sagittarius. Again, that's California. Sagittarius rules California. It rules the film industry. At the 22nd degree, that's to kill or be killed. So some of this might have been those, what do you call them? Those snuff films.
Oh, God.
Jupiter is in the sign of Mercury in the 7th house. So yes, this is a film producer. I guarantee you she was in some of these films. I think she's still alive, guys.
Well, you know what they also used to do was get those girls hooked on something like heroin or something like that, so they kept control of them, and then they end up just on the street being, you know, like addicts.
So she probably was trying to reach out to her mom and like say, "Hey, I'm still here." You know what I mean? Like,
but she couldn't speak.
I know why. So Uranus, her ruler of Uranus in the sign of 24 degrees, that's film, that's movies. Uranus, that's her. In the sign of Scorpio, that's sex movies. In the 9th house, that means that she went far away. That's California. Pluto in the 8th house is also sex. That's a double sex sign. Conjunct the moon, which was she got pregnant. Mars is the co-ruler of the 9th house of sex. The sex movies is in the 7th house, so it's in the 1st house of the perpetrator. So it's the person that was producing or was the head honcho, the head person of these nasty ass films that took her. So let's see.
figured as much.
The woman.
I bet that's the same person that took the other 15-year-old. That went missing like 2 weeks later.
You know, this is probably a lot like the damn Jeffrey Epstein shit.
And I mean, it was in the 80s before they had the technology to track all this stuff. And, you know, like it was early days of they were getting away with it back then. Oh,
Dr. Z hotline. Damn. That's fucking creepy as fuck. Did somebody come in?
no, I don't think so.
No.
I'm not sure.
Do you know? Oh, the other girl's name is Rachel Garden.
Rachel Garden.
And she was taken from around there as well?
Yeah.
What age was she, PJ? 15, did you
15.
say?
15.
Yeah.
A year older.
Yeah, so someone was preying on those girls in that sort of age group around there.
Yeah.
You know what I bet you it was? I bet you that wife of that Dr. Z was acting like that damn lady that was with Jeffrey Epstein and, you know, luring those girls. I bet you it's the same exact thing.
Ghislaine or
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, there's still a lot of trafficking in Manchester and in New Hampshire. So, well, there's trafficking in a lot of places, but like we have the cartels and stuff out here. So,
do they use girls that are drug addicts, or do they pick girls that and then get them on drugs? That is the question. Like,
usually they pick like vulnerable girls that like single parent homes, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, that demographic.
See, Rachel was from Newton, but she went missing like 2 weeks after.
And she was never found?
She was never found either.
Oh my God. So this Annie Sprinkle is who they're saying that they think ran that could have possibly been involved in all this.
Mm-hmm.
She's a sexologist, performing artist, and sex worker.
Yeah.
And she was the first porn star to ever have a doctoral degree. Why the
and she was the one helping with that Dr. Z thing?
Yep.
Oh God. Oh,
so I'm sure that this lady is the one that recruited these girls.
Oh yeah, she worked as a prostitute, a sex educator, feminist stripper.
Yep, sounds just like Ghislaine Maxwell. Exactly what Ghislaine Maxwell was.
Yep. They groom those girls.
The thing of it is, why would you? I mean, seriously, why would you tarnish the doctoral by even saying that she was a porn star? Jesus, these people are stupid.
She created the. Oh my goodness! Did you read the whole thing?
I read enough to I want to puke. Freaking
Read it, PJ.
nasty.
Is it we missed something?
I can't read it out loud. No, I was reading
Oh.
Annie Sprinkle's
Deep throat.
stuff.
She was in
Yeah.
deep throat. That should tell y'all. That should tell you all that
Okay.
you need to know. She was in
Yeah,
deep
she's
throat.
one of the
This
OG
is Annie
girls.
Sprinkle. If you want to know about her, there. I'll
Oh.
put her
Yeah,
link.
I had heard of that name before.
Did experimental films. War is a minstrel envy. Okay. Ecstasy and entropy. All right.
She's 70 years old right now, and she lives in
Hey. Oh my God.
Philadelphia.
You know what we need to do?
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
So this girl, this stupid idiot. I'm sorry, but she's an idiot to me. Public service cervix. So she did a best theater performance art piece is her public cervix announcement, in which she invited the audience to celebrate the female body by viewing her cervix with a speculum and a flashlight. She also performed the legend of the ancient sacred prostitute, in which she did a sex magic masturbation ritual on stage.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have heard of this lady. I can't believe this lady was somehow connected to that. I mean, that's red flags all over. Like,
You guys, I'm
of course
serious.
they'd be trying to indoctrinate young girls into this ring.
This sounds exactly like Maxwell, or whatever her name is,
Ghislaine.
Maxwell. You know what we should do, you guys? We should put this lady's info out so that all people like Scorpio, the 5 Scorpio guy, and his little buddy, they could go and swoon this 70-year-old woman out of money. That's how they can start making their money on YouTube. And then they can view her cervix.
I'd say she's probably got cobwebs these days, but anyway.
Hey, they were talking to. Never mind.
Ecosexuality. I'm still reading this crap. Never mind. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what?
The fact that she was connected to that doctor and that hotline and everything, like, oh, that's bad. And then the fact that those calls were coming from there.
Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad that they didn't take those calls seriously. But back then, they didn't have a way to trace them like they do now.
Yeah. The only reason why she knew it was from California is because she got charged for California calls.
Yeah.
Oh. And I've forgotten what I was going to say. Sorry.
Well, I do know in the chart she was alive when she left. So now whether she's alive now or not, I don't know. I can't tell, like that kind of stuff. But you would think that if she was still alive, she would have somehow got a hold of her family or something.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she is still alive and she just, I don't know. Maybe she thought.
Well, if they got her into something that she felt really ashamed of, and like, it might be the fact that she just felt too ashamed to go back.
Right.
Okay, so let's go to Brittany's.
Brittany Tees.
Yeah.
She's more recent. She was like a year ago.
Yeah, I remember this one too. I don't remember all the facts of it, but I remember the name. Where did she go missing from? Same area, PJ, your area?
Brookfield, Massachusetts.
Mass, yeah.
It's the same one. Yeah. Oh, this is really interesting. Uranus is in the same house as the last one. Huh. That's weird. Why is there names on here? Oh, don't. don't just ignore the names on this chart. I don't know. It was from another chart I had read. They just got carried over. So ignore all the names on there. The ascendant sign on this is at 7 degrees also, which is Libra, meaning a girl. In the sign of Virgo, that's usually somebody, let's see. Was she working? Was she old enough to work?
Brittany, yeah.
Okay, so was she a nurse? How old was she?
Hold on, I'm trying to see exact age. Oh God. How old is her? Hold on, let me check. I thought I pulled up her full information. 35 years old.
Was she a nurse?
I think so. I think she was. Let me check. Doesn't say on her missing stuff. I can check her Facebook.
Usually in Virgo, it's something to do with nursing.
Brittany T. Did they take down her Facebook? Hold on.
Hi, Tracy.
Brittany T.
Tracy, we've got someone in chat that's got some information. She was in her early 30s. She had recently worked at a liquor store, but she may have been working with people in recovery.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
like a recovery center.
Oh, okay.
That's
Hello, Tracy.
that's
Welcome.
hi.
Okay.
See, I don't know that part. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, so she was some kind of a worker.
Oh, I know Tracy.
Okay.
See, her group and stuff like that doesn't say that, and on her Facebook's private.
So she's got the moon sitting on her ascendant sign, and usually the moon in this chart rules her 11th house, and that's friends and acquaintances, and it sits on her ascendant sign in the 12th house, which means that her friends and acquaintances was hidden from her. That's weird. Her ruler is Mercury. Mercury sits in her 5th house. That's either children. That's something she was doing for fun, like at a party. 5th house is boyfriend.
She lived with her boyfriend.
And it's conjunct, the Mercury's conjunct the moon or the sun, so it has to be a male. So this is something to do with either children or children and a boyfriend, children and a birthday party, something to do with.
The last photos of her was surveillance at a liquor store.
Let's see, Saturn.
And the last place that she was, like, last person to see her was her boyfriend. Her boyfriend tried to say that he thought that she went to her mom's house because they had a little bit of a disagreement.
So
they were having trouble.
Well, so the boyfriend in this case would be represented by Saturn. And Saturn sits in her 6th house, meaning they lived together. They were there daily. In the sign of Aquarius, which is ruled by Uranus again, MJ. In the 9th house of Taurus, So the boyfriend. Wait a minute.
The police say he's cooperative, but they don't describe the cooperation. They're very light on that subject, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's something's not right here.
All her stuff was in her car that didn't work. Yeah, she left her boyfriend's home on foot and rumored to be going out to meet up with people. But she had called her mom the day before, according to the interview on News Nation that her mom did. Um, and then she didn't hear from Brittany after that.
Okay, so the first house of the perpetrator is at 7 degrees. 7 degrees could either be a woman or somebody that's married in the sign of Pisces. Now, Pisces usually represents like a drug addict, somebody that's alcohol. It could be just a doctor. It could be a doctor. It could be a prisoner, somebody that's been in prison. The ruler is Neptune. Neptune sits in the first house of the perpetrator. So the perpetrator has a tattoo, a prominent tattoo. It's at the 23rd degree, so it would be on an ankle or an ankle tattoo. Usually ankle tattoos are on women, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would imagine this is a woman and this is the perpetrator. Jupiter is the co-ruler, and Jupiter sits in the 8th house of death at the 2nd degree of Aries. The 2nd degree is throat. She was choked.
I wouldn't doubt that.
So
Did they suspect the boyfriend at all?
The family basically does. So the summary of her case is Brittany T., a vibrant 35-year-old resident of Brookfield, MA, vanished without a trace in January 2023, departing her boyfriend's home under the guise of visiting her mother. Brittany's disappearance has left her family and law enforcement grasping for answers.
I'm going to say right now that unless this woman has something to do with the boyfriend, this is a woman perpetrator. Aries, Mars. So whoever it is could have been a cop, could have been let's see, the 8th house. Okay, so the co-ruler of the perpetrator is Jupiter. Jupiter's at 2 degrees of Aries in the 8th house. Aries is head, 2 degrees is throat. And Jupiter.
I wonder if
So
she
this
has
is somebody who was probably, this could have been an illegal, somebody that's not supposed to have been, that's not here legally, because Neptune is foreigners. I mean, Jupiter's foreigners. Neptune is placed far away. So this could have been somebody that is here illegally. Again, it's at second
Trace.
2
Sorry.
degree. Which
Tracy
is
just said, I think there was also a woman and man staying with them at the boyfriend's house. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know.
This could also be a Russian woman because Neptune rules Russians or Ukrainians. At 2 degrees. So this is probably a woman of that's heavier set. So somebody that could be mistaken as a male. So she must be heavier set with masculine features. And the ruler of Jupiter is Mars, again, a man at 8 degrees, which is Scorpio. Scorpio is underhand, shady, in the 10th house in Gemini. Roommates. This is the roommate. Oh, does anybody have pictures of the roommates?
I didn't know of a roommate. I've never heard of a roommate in her case
Let's see here.
since her case came out. So Brittany T. I've tried to look at Web Sleuth because they usually have like all the information,
Mm-hmm.
mostly on cases like this. But
Especially it's such a new case, and there was no like she didn't have her phone on her. There was no phone leads or anything.
Police said for everybody to look in their garages and everything else for her.
Her last phone received was close to the Brookfield State Police barracks.
Yep.
Let's pull up a map. Can we pull up a map?
What are you looking for?
The Brookfield State Police barracks.
Brookfield. Oh yeah, I'll do Google.
Because Aries is also the sign of a police officer. This might have been a woman police officer. Could you imagine?
Hold on. I'll pull up. What did I just do? Google. I want Google Earth. I don't want the satellite. What? There we go. I hit the wrong thing. So Brookfield, MA State Police Barracks.
Yeah, why would she have a phone but not have a SIM card? That's weird.
Yeah, and her laptop.
Some people just. Sorry.
Her laptop and stuff was in whatchamacallit?
Her car.
Her car that wasn't working.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
but people have. Oh, sorry.
Her second
you
house.
can use a phone without a SIM card just for the Wi-Fi, like for the
Yeah.
internet side of it. But
so her second house of possessions is in the sign of Libra, which is ruled by Venus, and Venus sits in Aquarius, which is electronics. But it's in the sixth house, so it's something she used daily, which would be a phone or her computer. But it's in her sixth house with the boyfriend. So her electronics and stuff was left. So I guess it was left at his house.
Oh my God, they're partying outside. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Oh, like, can everybody hear that? Like, it's not me, I swear.
I thought it was your kids.
The 10th house rules the police, and in this case, it's at 2 degrees of Gemini, which is Taurus again of Gemini. It's a woman. There something. Okay, this is a woman, but I'm wondering if, since it's near the police, if this is a cop.
PJ's got the map up if you want to share her screen.
Let's see. Okay. Ooh.
See, that's the state police barracks right here.
And this is where they said the last ping was around?
Yeah.
Let me look at something here.
That's all like woods, trees.
So 4th house is the end of matters, the end of things. That's 2 degrees, which is Taurus. Taurus is trees or forest or woods. Sign of Jupiter. Jupiter. Okay, we need to look for like a tennis court, horses, a college. So we need to look for something around that barracks that's either like a tennis court, a training center, because it's also sports. So there's either horses, sports, tennis court, highway. Of course, is there a highway? Of course.
This is what's that? Hold on, what's this right here?
There's a lot of trees.
I'll try to see what this is.
It looks like a highway. Is it a highway?
No, what this thing right here? Can you see that?
Oh yeah. Let's see. What?
It's not coming up. Oh yeah, I'm on Google Earth. I'm not on Google Maps. Because on Google Maps, if you click on something, it tells you what it is.
So we need to look for. It's in the sign of Aries.
Let me.
2 degrees.
Brookfield. See. Let's see if I can get.
I almost wonder if she was lured. I wonder if she was lured away from that.
What do you want to see if it's near, like a horse thing?
Yeah, horses, a highway, tennis courts, sports. So anything to do with like football fields. Oh, a college. Could also be near a college. Let's see. Where are we at? Brookfield?
Near a college. I'm trying to look up.
Are we in Brookfield on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What college is in Brookfield, MA? I've never been to Brookfield, so I don't know. Oh, Assumption University is near there. That's a Catholic college. But that's in Worcester, so that would be a little bit far. I think. Hold on. Let me see something.
Tracy's put a few things in chat. The ping at the police barracks was also not confirmed through forensics, though, I don't believe. She was supposed to be heading to that park. I think there was a ball field by the park and other activities.
See, Aries would rule like football, weightlifting. I guess we could look for a gym.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
There's 75 colleges within 50 miles of Brookfield.
So we got a boat place, a boat blue trail access, some corporation. Here's a farm, overlooked farm, a homestead.
So she was supposed to be heading to that park. Was she meeting people there?
She was going to a park?
What park?
Hang on, she said, I missed that one up the top because you've highlighted it. She was supposed to be into that park, and then it says I think there was a ball field by the park and other activities. So there was a park with a ball field next to it. Maybe if there's a park
There's a
in that area.
gymnastics academy.
Gymnastics.
That's closer. But it said that she was supposed to be going to her mom's house.
Wonder where her mom was at. What? Damn. So if
That's what the boyfriend said, right? Sorry.
Well, no, she had called her mom. Her mom in the interview said she had called. She did call her mom and said something about because they were having issues. Her and her boyfriend were having issues.
Okay.
Lewisfield. Yeah, Lewisfield. That is known. Place in Massachusetts. Let's see, I can put up directions to state. Brookfield, MA to Lewisfield.
Lewisfield. Because the boyfriend said she went there. He didn't know she was gone for like 2 days.
That's only 3 minutes from the state police barracks.
Away. Wow.
Yeah, it's right next to the Lewis Elementary, which is
okay, they said she was walking away from her home on Main Street where she lived with her boyfriend.
So was she going to meet someone? Because her boyfriend said she went there. He didn't know. See, why else would she go to that park at night? It was at night, right? Oh, he didn't even realize she disappeared for 2 days.
8:30 p.m.
I don't think her boyfriend was telling the truth.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Okay, so put Main Street and compare it to that police academy. Because it said she walked away she was last seen January 10th, walking away from her home on Main Street where she lives with her boyfriend.
So I wonder who witnessed her walking away if the boyfriend didn't know she was gone for 2 days. That's so weird.
It's 4 minutes away from Main Street.
4 minutes.
Well, you got East and West Main Street, but they're both basically for the same.
Okay, and then so it's up further past that academy, the gymnastics. So everything's academy in Brookfield.
Yeah. This Brookfield.
So
yeah.
Here's
there's a farm right here.
The Clam Box? I'm sorry, that's a really bad name. The Clam Box. Sorry.
Yeah. Hugo Hill Farms. I wonder what's all there. I wonder if there's horses there. Let's look that up. Hugo Hill Farm. Oh, Hugo Hill Farms. Shit.
Lewisfield is on Main Street, was the direction, and yes, I think she kind of walked out and he didn't chase her. Okay. I don't think the boyfriend or roommates were truthful. Yeah. Sounds a bit shady, huh? Thanks, Tracy.
Yep. Same distance.
I mean, Occam's razor, if she was having arguments with the boyfriend. Sounds a bit...
Yeah, it's about the same.
Clients Northwest, we offer a wide array of services from training and riding instructions to sales and showing. It is a horse farm.
So,
oh my God.
Why are you looking for the...
Hugo Hill Farm is a horse farm.
Why are you looking for a horse farm?
Because it's in the sign of Sagittarius. end of matters. So if her
Okay.
house, if her phone pinged at that academy, we had to find a horse, like some kind of horse farm, a tennis court. But I bet you that horse farm is where we're looking. Let me type in Hugo in this chart. Let's see where it ends up at.
So, like, maybe they let her walk off and then intercepted her around the horse park, or
maybe somebody killed her or something and dumped her
or
near the
abducted her.
horse park.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think she's still
But
alive.
they haven't found her any remains though?
No.
Okay. But this boyfriend, if he had those two people staying with him, he had help. Like, you know, he could have, maybe if it was him, he had two other people to help him. I have heard a big tree in the middle of a field was significant. Interesting. It's a big tree in the middle of a field.
Well, big is represented by Sagittarius, and it is in the sign. It's at 2 degrees, which is Taurus, which is tree, and it's at the fourth. That's in the fourth house of end of matters, and that's why I said to look for a horse farm. So I mean, it's possible.
Right. Yeah. So she might have got as far as the horse farm, and that's where it ended.
Wonder who has something. What's the ties to the horse farm? Is there any ties, or just somewhere where they dumped her? Wonder if this farm has pigs, because you know pigs will. Never mind.
Sway.
It's just as easy for someone to, you know, be buried. I mean, once someone's buried, it's almost like they're gone. Like, people don't find them.
I know exactly what Sway was going to say.
Pigs will eat them.
Yeah, I know pigs do that. But
so
apparently,
the private investigations agency is now involved with her case.
Somebody should get a hold of them and tell them to look at that horse farm.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Psych. Oh damn.
Where did everybody go? Did I scare everybody away with my map?
Oh well, Tracy. Tracy said, I think it was rumored she was buried there, but don't believe it was ever checked.
Well, they did check a lot of places. They did an extensive search for her than most that I've seen out in Massachusetts, to be honest. Like, I've never seen them
buried
search.
at the tree? Is that what Tracy's talking about? Buried at the tree?
Buried where, Tracy? Was it at the tree or at the park or at rumored? That's the thing. If they're doing grid searches and ground searches, like, I mean, if they find disturbed land, yeah, they might check there, but you know, sometimes they don't always. They can't dig up everything. Yes, they did extensive searches elsewhere. The tree. She said the tree is where it was rumored she was buried.
Okay, Hugo Farms is at the 26th degree in her second house. So there's something to do with her possessions at that Hugo farm. And that's in her second house. So something of did she have a horse there? What did she have there?
Or did she leave some kind of evidence there? Or she must have had something on her, you know, obviously clothing, shoes, you know, something, you know.
So 26 degrees is Taurus. Again, that's food, that's trees, that's forest. In the sign of Libra, and Libra is yellow. It's Asian. Libra. What would something Libra she would own there, though? What would be? Apples. Did she feed the horses there, I wonder?
Well, if it was only 3 or 4 minutes walk from her house, she might have gone down and fed the horses. Well, I'm saying follow the line so little astrology doesn't lie.
I
I wonder if she frequented that area. If it was only 3 or 4 minutes from the boyfriends.
Oh, they did a canine search there.
Okay.
Where?
Oh, like cadaver dogs?
Yeah.
Where at?
Yeah, because I typed in Louisville.
Oh, Louisville, that's close to her home.
And Brittany T. I did Tree in Louisville, Brookfield, MA, and then Brittany T's name comes up, and it pulls up the canine search.
Something else that was crazy was something about a suspect who was the same suspect in Molly Bish's disappearance, I believe. Stranger, I think. Was Molly Bish disappeared from around the same place, Tracy?
I heard that.
Sway, I put the picture on there.
Oh, wow.
That's the field.
Oh, so they search with prods and everything, like prodding the dirt.
I think they need to go and search that, or asking them if there's any way she ever, like, did she go to that horse farm regularly? Because it's in her 6th house, so it's either like she worked there, she went and fed them, like maybe she took walks daily and went by the horse farm and fed them.
Especially if her and the boyfriend were having problems, like she might have walked, had gone and had time out and walked down there just to get some peace and quiet.
They also searched the water too, like all the waterways.
Yeah.
Like they searched.
The horse farm is your gut feeling too, Tracy? Wow. That's interesting, huh? Imagine if Tracy hadn't come into this chat, we wouldn't have. Was she rumored to have any, like,
that could be
was there any known drug use or?
She was an alcoholic.
Oh, alcohol. Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember you going over that, but they think that she was in recovery, right? Like she was.
They think she was, but there's surveillance photos of her going to the liquor store.
Of her in the liquor store.
I didn't mean to giggle at that. That was wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, but I mean, the boyfriend might have, it might be all to do with the boyfriend. Like they might have been talking her into drinking, those people. Unfortunately, when alcohol's mixed with like, fighting or problems between her and the boyfriend, it's not going to go down well. There were rumors of alcohol and other male friends at times. Okay. Thanks, Tracy.
Yeah, see, this could be, instead of just a woman, it could be somebody she drank with, because Pisces is drinking.
Yeah, so they might have all been drinking together, the roommates or the...
Yeah. But I still think they need to search that horse farm.
You're not a fan of the boyfriend, Tracy? Yeah, well, that's generally the first place they look, right? And if they were having problems, like, and there's alcohol involved, and then he didn't know she was missing for 2 days. He just thought that she'd just gone to her mum's.
Yeah, who the hell does that?
This just sounds a bit odd. Yeah.
I get nervous when I don't hear from somebody, you know, for 2 hours.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's like almost a dead giveaway. It's like, oh, well, we saw her walk off, but we didn't know she was missing. Like when they don't report a person missing and he hasn't seen her for 2 days, like, oh, I don't know. It just gives me a bad feeling.
But everybody thought that OJ killed his ex-wife.
He was evasive about answering questions, especially with her mom. Oh yeah, that's that's another red flag.
What the hell? Damn.
He was too of a. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's another red flag. I just think, like, if the boyfriend wanted her found or if he actually cared about her, like, why would he be evasive? And why would he be trying to throw everybody off? And why would he not worry that she was missing for 2 days? I mean, I just... But
Yeah,
obviously they had no evidence to link the boyfriend, otherwise they would have interrogated the crap out of him.
Well, that's weird because Mom had called the next day, I believe she said in the interview with News Nation, to the boyfriend, and the boyfriend was like, I thought she was with you.
Did she quite often just disappear off to her mum's place if they were having problems? Is that like was a usual thing for her to do?
Probably.
No, I don't know. Like the mom said that like something was really serious.
Yeah.
Barkey's is convinced.
The boyfriend is enough. Yeah. He left. She left on foot in the freezing winter at 8:30 at night, so it was freezing cold.
Well,
so they must have had some kind of blow up or disagreement for her to walk off like that, and you know.
Well, it was January of 2023. Last year we didn't get snow until about February, March, so it wasn't too bad last year.
No.
But the reason why they thought she was in the garage is because they thought she was just trying to be, like get warm because they got the surveillance photo of her. They figured she was just like, well, assuming they figured she was just like hungover or something because they got the surveillance photos from the liquor store. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go hang out with someone's garage and recoup.
It's just too bad we can't talk to, like, I mean, I don't want to get involved with family members and shit, but it's just too bad we didn't have access, you know, like to somebody that was there or somebody that
knows more or can
charts and would be like, hey, did she ever go and visit the horse farm?
I think it would be helpful for families to like talk to an astrologist in some of these matters.
Oh, yeah. I do. Yeah.
Like to help put the, you know, to align the facts and the astrology together. Like,
hell yeah. The only problem with all of this is like if they do use an astrologer, they should keep it totally fucking secret. They should not reveal anything.
I know it's like using a psychic. People will poo-poo it. Like they'll be like, "Oh no, that's just a quack." But astrology is astrology. Like it just is. It's a you can't screw with it. I believe there was more than a disagreement when she was in the house. It was starting to rev up. Okay. Yeah. Has been working amazing lately. So she was seen, the only people that witnessed her walking away was the boyfriend and the people from the house.
But I thought the boyfriend
did anybody else? Sorry?
But I thought the boyfriend didn't know she was missing for 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, he thought she'd walked to her mum's, but I think that was a bit of a lame excuse. So was there any other witnesses that saw her walking down that street or that road? You know, if they were the only witnesses, then you can't really take what they witnessed as fact if they're involved.
The only side of life the police had, law enforcement came out with on the press conference was the pictures of the liquor store.
Okay. Tracy said she thinks someone drove by her while she was walking. Okay, so they let her walk off. Maybe they went to go find her.
I don't like that. I don't like this police academy stuff. Something's not sitting right with me on that.
Okay. So someone drove by her while she was walking that recognized her from working at the liquor store.
Hey, PJ.
Interesting.
Can you get an address for that academy? A street, a number?
Yep.
This is like having my own personal Surrey.
Hey, PJ. Hey, Siri. Oh.
You order me
I know.
some
I think
honey?
it's good to like do a deep dive into these and to actually look at all the like possibilities. Like,
Yeah. That's why I wish we could like actually have somebody here that knew what the.
yeah,
I
especially
think
like
if
her
somebody
mother.
knew the like exact stuff instead of assumptions.
Yeah.
Her mother would have a different outlook at, you know, like
Yeah.
about the boyfriend and everything too. Like her mother would be like, oh, well, she never used to come here any other time, you know, like she never walked here, and like just little things that might be key.
It's 21
Okay.
South Maple Street,
Okay.
Brookfield,
Okay.
MA. Do you need the zip code?
Nah.
No?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, snap. Yikes. Okay, so this is interesting, yo. So I put 21 in for her, for the academy. Let's see.
I'm not a people person
So-
lately.
Academy sits right here, right in between. It's in her 5th house. Oh, again, this is sports. This is something I want. Somebody's got ties to that damn horse, or the academy and the horse, because the horse farm sits in her 2nd house. Something possession wise that could mean her body's there or near there. The 5th house is her boyfriend, and the academy sits right in the boyfriend's 1st house. So there's something. Did he have access to that academy? Was he in the academy? Like, what is going on
I think
there?
her boyfriend was I don't even know her boyfriend's name, but I think he was like a nobody, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
So that academy sits right in between the sun, which is ruled by her 12th house, and Pluto, which is ruled by her 3rd house. So that 3rd house is the phone. So it did ping. The phone pinged there. So it's in between her 12th house. Is there a hospital there?
hospital where?
Okay, so she is somewhere in between the 12th house, or her 12th house, and the phone ping. So the phone ping.
Tracy knows his name.
So she's right next to whatever that 12th house is representing representing by being in Leo, the sun sign of Capricorn. And it was during the winter time. What the fuck? Okay, so the 12th house is hospital, it's asylums, isolation, church, hotel, water, movie theater, but it's in the sign of Leo. What the fuck could Leo be there? A school?
Yeah, there are elementary schools near there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And sun conjunct elementary school. It's elementary. So she's somewhere between that phone ping and that elementary school. So is that anywhere near that horse?
It is
Yeah, isn't
actually.
the horse farm in between them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know if there's
buildings.
abandoned buildings because the map doesn't tell you that.
Yeah.
Abandoned building? Oh, okay. I
You
think
could put
she's
his name in
out.
as an asteroid. The
It
boyfriend's
could
name.
be
Could you do
abandoned
that?
buildings. Could
I
be
can
an
stop
abandoned
him with
building.
giving me his name. No, I'm just kidding.
I'd
It
say
could be an
abandoned
abandoned
buildings were
building
all searched. Yeah.
because it's in the sign of Capricorn and that's buildings. But it's also snow, and at the time she went missing, it snowed. It was cold. I'm saying that if that school is in between that last ping and that horse farm, that's where she's at, is in between that school and the horse farm.
Todd Bacon.
From
Bacon.
Havel?
I want some bacon.
Well,
Oh,
if it's Todd
Todd
Bacon, then he's dating somebody
No,
else.
I don't want Todd Bacon. I want Todd Bacon. Let's see.
The one that's coming up, he's already dating somebody else.
Well, he might be.
Just saying. Never mind, I won't interrupt the reading. Shh.
They're not like us, You're a nun and I'm a monk.
Yeah. It's not very nice. They
What's
shouldn't
not
be
very
doing that yet.
nice?
Brooksville? What?
Oh, well, yeah.
They shouldn't be dating anybody else yet.
Hell no. You have to at least, wait 50 years.
Yeah. Jeez, what's wrong with them? It's Brooksville.
How old would this guy be? In his 40s now?
God only knows.
Well, this was only last year, right?
The guy probably put his account
Yeah,
as like private or something because
Private.
the guy that came up, I don't think Brittany would be dating him.
Can you put his name in as an asteroid? Sway? Would that help or no?
Yeah, Todd. Yeah, I could do that. Very well could. Oh,
He has like no socials. Yeah, funny that. Hey, he was probably getting harassed by locals because he looked
I'll find him.
suspicious. So
I always find people.
An enigma.
TJ, I'll find him. Where you're at it.
I'm good
PJ's
at
on
it.
the case.
Damn it! Where did my?
Excuse me.
Why is it keep? Oh, what is this? I gotta go find this stuff again.
I would get rid of all my socials too if my boyfriend went missing.
Okay, here.
Everybody would harass me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, see, that would never happen with me because I don't date. Sorry.
I
That
don't
was a
date either.
little.
I don't date either.
Oh,
You're starting to skip a little bit, Sway. I don't know. You
Yeah.
must have changed pages or something.
gosh.
What is she doing? She's skipping.
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of screens open.
Well, take some down.
She's just putting this asteroid in to see where it comes up on the chart. The boyfriend's name.
Yeah, here. Todd.
I would too.
You could really go.
Well, no, I would get rid of all my, with all the stuff people do on social media to people's significant others and boyfriends and whatever else when they go missing.
Yeah.
I would take down my stuff. I would change my name and move cross country. I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! Todd's right conjunct the Hugo farm in her house.
Crazy.
At 19 degrees, which is Libra. Libra's boyfriend.
Yeah, I always thought the boyfriend had something to do with that.
Well,
We're
it's
on
got
the right track.
we got to find ties to the horse, the Hugo farm, and the boyfriend, and the academy. Like I said, I think she's in between that school and the academy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can you guys see that?
Not yet. Now again.
Right here where my cursor is, there's Todd. He's at 19 degrees in her second house, conjunct Hugo Farms right here in her second house. So there's something to do with the boyfriend with this Hugo Farms that's connected to something she possesses or possessed, something in her possessions, and it's ruled by it's in Libra, which is ruled by Venus, and it sits in her sixth house. So this is something daily. So they must. I wonder if they drove by this place, or if they went and fed something to do daily with this. That, or they worked there, or he worked there, something. I'm checking you talk about the pig farm. Ooh, yeah. Oh, shit.
We don't know what he did as a job. Maybe he did random sort of jobs around that place, around that area.
I'm looking to see if Hugo Farms has any pigs.
Oh my Lanta. I'm gonna have bad dreams about pigs tonight.
Oh.
And it's all Sway's fault.
It's always my fault. Always.
Always.
I'm so
all my bad dreams are Sway's fault.
Yeah, here lately it probably is. I was making t-shirts that wasn't so pleasant. Hugo Hills Farms, horses.
I think Brittany used to go there to be with the animals. Oh my God, don't put that in my head.
A lot of times farms have more than just one type of animal, but I think Brittany used to go there to be with the animals. Yeah, no, we won't go any further into that. The thing is,
No, I
pigs
think
can't.
I think she's still intact. Okay, guys.
Okay.
I don't think she's been, with the pigs. I think she's just not found. I think she's in that vicinity that I said before.
Yeah.
I was just checking. I was just checking to make sure there was no oink oinks there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see no oink oink.
Oh.
Well, there's that. The fact that the boyfriend's last name is Bacon is almost like a little bit of a weird
I didn't even
comparison,
think
but yeah, I know. It almost is like a bit of a sign, but
oh shit.
you have to realize that pigs can't remove all traces of evidence. Like, even if pigs were involved, they don't. There'll always be something.
They would poo it out? They would poo it out?
Yes, like teeth.
Have you ever done Anna Walsh's chart?
Yep.
Have you ever done Lindsay Clancy's chart?
Yep. Oh, Lindsay's? No, that was the one. That was the other one we were going to do.
The one that murdered her children?
Yeah, that jumped out the window.
Yep.
Yeah. If anybody has that info, let's bring it up real fast.
Let me see. I probably have it. I probably can find it.
I'm sure you can, PJ. And when we get off this,
PJ's on a roll tonight.
you better be finding my soulmate.
She's on a roll. Well, if anyone can reach out to Brittany T's mother or anyone, like,
I could
maybe she can answer a few questions.
Don't harass her, though.
No. But if they know her, or if they know her or have talked to her about the case, she may be able to confirm some things. But it's really sad that the police don't have any more evidence.
Oh no.
When I think there's probably evidence there, like they just haven't got it.
Oh, her sister?
I think her sister.
Well, anybody that would maybe have some more info, but don't go out of your way to
January 24th.
Cause any problems,
Oh, hold on. Oh, I was talking out loud. Sorry, guys.
Sure. Oh, that's what I was going to talk to you guys about today. I got a story for y'all. Kidding. I don't have a story. Don't hang up on me.
I was like, here we go here we go. No. We're right.
Hold on, I'm going to mute you.
This is taking
So
if I mute, can you guys hear, like, if I play something?
Not if you
I don't know how to
mute.
play something. That kind of contradicts what you just said, PJ.
You'd have to be sharing your audio.
Do you have something battery powered going on? Bzz, bzz. Oh God!
No,
that
I was
reminds
trying
me.
to listen to the 911 call.
Oh, okay.
Sure, it was. Mm-hmm.
Was it her mum that called 911?
I got to show her the T-shirt I was going to make for her. That Doxy wouldn't let me put in public.
Oh no.
This should cheer her up. This should make her day. Because I was thinking of PJ, but Doxy wouldn't let me show it to her or put it in the public forum.
Yeah, I think you're going to break YouTube. Seriously. Was there a 911 call? I can't remember. There must be, because I think PJ's listening to it now, so we'll just...
Now, PJ, just know that I was thinking of you
It
And I was
doesn't tell the time. So oh, so it
Peach had his
says January 24th, but it doesn't tell the time.
oh shit! They wouldn't let me send it.
on
Did
on
they?
the StreamYard.
On Messenger. Do they censor that shit? No, it just something
Lindsay
went on.
Clancy, the dad called 911. Yes, there was
I
a
was thinking
911
it was in
call.
the afternoon or in the evening, wasn't it? Hold on.
There
I was
was
thinking
like
it
Oh,
was
so we're
before
talking about
dark.
Sorry, we're talking about
Lin-
Lindsay Clancy now.
this is the brief 911 call. It's a minute long. If anybody wants to listen to it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh no, I put it in the chat.
It
Oh, you
was
want
at
to listen?
thanks.
6:09. It was at 6:09 p.m.
Okay. I'll try to see if I have another one.
Oh, that's when. Okay, he called at 6:09 p.m. to ask her where she was, and he had found blood on the floor in the locked second floor room. So let's put in 6:09. And what day was this? Oh, well,
Did
they're
you
saying
want to listen to the 911 call or no?
6:10 p.m. Oh, yeah, go
She's
ahead.
ignoring me.
Oh, I'm not.
Did you want to listen to it?
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me share the screen. Why does it keep giving me directions on how to share the screen when I try to share the screen?
I guess you think you need
It thinks I'm new. It's a little bit. Oh no, I gotta turn it on. Did you share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear it?
Dispatching a medical call. Respond with the police. 4747 Summer Street. Female party jumped off the top floor of the house and was suicide attempt 1812. Quick fire dispatch hands 2 car 38147 Summer Street. Respond with the police. Female party jumped off the top floor of the house. Twice arrested as well. And neck injury, neck laceration. She's conscious at this time. We're gonna check with med flight. It was over a 20-foot fall. 1814.
It's unknown where the knife is or whatever she used to slit her. She's in the. Looks like they're pinging her on the back. We'll get that info now.
I'm gonna get all 3 mutual aids at this time. I'm getting you 3 mutual aid ambulances, Cap. I struck the box. We got 3 on the way. Okay, I got 1 here. I got 4 patients total. 7 Summer Street. 30 ambulance in for a suicidal situation. Time of 1820.
Hey, ladies.
What day was this?
It was. Let me scroll up. Hold on. The 911 call or the strangulation?
The day that he called 911.
It was January 24th. And that was the first part of it was her jumping out the window. The second part was them looking for the knife that she used. And the third
And
part
was that this year?
Huh?
Was that this year?
No, it was last year.
23?
Yep.
Okay, and where was this at?
This was in Duxbury, Massachusetts.
Duxbury?
Yeah, Duxbury.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard about this case.
Yeah, you have.
She
What?
claims postpartum depression.
Uh-huh.
And she was
Yeah, the
on
one-
like a huge cocktail of medications. She was on like 13 different medications.
Wow.
They had told
Because
her not to have more kids, though, I thought.
what
Didn't
happened?
they? Didn't they tell her after her second child that she shouldn't have any more kids? Or the first kid or whatever?
No. She had
That was Susan
postpartum
Smith or
depression
someone.
after the second kid. After the second kid, she had postpartum depression. And then the third kid, the baby that died in the hospital, she supposedly had she was in psychosis from the medication, supposedly. It wasn't founded that she was in psychosis. But that's what they're trying to say. And then she
So,
strangled her
sorry, her
kid.
last baby passed away? Her last baby passed away?
He ended up passing away in the hospital, yes.
Oh God. Okay. Okay, sorry. Keep going.
And then she tried to kill them, and then she tried to kill herself jumping out the window. And she ended up paralyzed instead.
Mm-hmm. So is she permanently paralyzed?
Well,
I thought
last time
they
we
said
see
it
her
was
in
temporary.
court, she was in a wheelchair, and I believe she was doing physical therapy and stuff like that. I believe she can move. She's a little bit mobile now.
Yeah, because
So she
I thought
wasn't
they
permanently.
temporarily.
No.
Yeah, temporary. Okay, so her ascendant sign, or this ascendant sign for this, is at 21 degrees of Leo. I don't understand that. What the hell would 21 degrees? That's Sagittarius. Why would Sagittarius be there?
I'm just curious what was going on in there with
Sun.
her.
Well, whether or not she was actually as mentally sick as what the husband claims, or
What she claims, yeah. She fooled her husband a lot.
So
okay.
So it's at 21 degrees of Leo, and Leo represents children. But I don't know why the Sagittarius would be there unless it's something to do with like religion, philosophy. I don't know. That's crazy to me. But the ruler of the sun is in her sixth house in Aquarius, and Aquarius is somebody that's nuts, crazy. Conjunct Pluto, which means she was nuts when she killed him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she killed her other children and her husband?
No, she killed all three.
The kids that lived.
She killed all three children.
She sent the husband away to go get stuff, and while he was gone, she killed them all strangled them all, right?
Yeah, I believe with
an extension cord or telephone cord or something.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then she jumped out the window.
This reminds me of the mother who drove her kids into the
Susan
water in the
Smith.
car and left them in the car. Yeah, she wasn't supposed to have any more kids either because of the postnatal depression.
No, she was just nuts.
Yeah, she was. But
she was actually one of those nurses that helps
pediatric
people give birth and stuff like that.
Oh, pediatrician, obstetrician.
Yeah.
Midwife, like a midwife. So.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know the
Medulla.
technical word. I'm a little tired, so I don't know the word. I'm not going to think of it.
Anyway, so Uranus rules her ruler, which is sitting in her 10th house, which is that she is crazy. So
she did search ways to kill her children.
Oh, so maybe the Leo in this case is her ascendant sign is she's acting crazy. Because Leo is the sign of an actor or actress. So maybe she's acting crazy.
Oh, it says a labor delivery nurse at Mass General Hospital.
Okay. Yeah, so Virgo's her co-ruler, and that's nurse.
Do you want to hear the medicine that she was on?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Valium. She was on Valium, Trazodone, Klonopin, Prozac, Seroquel,
What the
Lorazepam.
fuck?
And that's only
Jesus.
4 of the medicines that she was on.
Jesus criminy.
Why
what
would
does
you need to
help
be
a
on
guy
like
that?
3 benzo? That's 3 benzos and geez, and antipsychotics and oh my gosh.
No
Like
wonder
if she
went
wasn't
fucking
already
nuts.
crazy, yeah, if she wasn't already crazy, all that medication would have just her meds could kill a horse. Yeah, Tracy, like far out. That's
Whoever did that,
but
they should be also charged with this because they helped facilitate all this.
yeah, or she wouldn't have felt anything. She would have just like she wouldn't have felt anything. Like she
that's
would have
why she
been
jumped
numb.
out
Back
the
to the
window.
doctors and saying that the medicine wasn't helping her.
And that's
Yeah,
but
no.
she couldn't have been taking all of them at the same time.
Yeah, it all counteracts itself. Like you know, like it's the thing is, why did her husband leave her alone with the children? I don't understand. Like you can't when someone's
Maybe-
that medicated.
Well, but maybe he didn't know she was taking it all at one time.
And the month before the killings, the husband said that she had been having thoughts of hurting herself and the children.
Oh, great.
He said she had checked herself into McLean Hospital psychiatric evaluation from January 1st through the 5th.
So see, either they told her to take all those at one time, or she went back and they told her, okay, stop taking this medicine and take this, but she was keep taking them all.
Or she was taking the medicine and she wasn't taking any of it. Because you'd be knocked out, right? Wouldn't you be knocked out by taking all that? You wouldn't be able to wake up.
Well, yeah, but that's probably why she jumped out the window. She didn't feel any of it. Like, I don't know. They said she was able to plot her husband leaving the house. She was in her right mind to have her husband leave to go to get food and medicine. So obviously she wasn't all that out of it.
You think she was acting on some of it?
I think she had to have been, because there's just no way she would have been able to plot all that on all that medicine. Hell, she wouldn't have even been out of bed.
Some of those meds weren't depression meds. No, some of them are
They're antipsychotic.
Antipsychotic. Some of them are anti-anxiety. All sorts of, but they all have a way of like knocking you out. Like, I mean, man,
it was an exercise band that she used on the children.
I can't believe he left her.
I can. Look what what was
Did
that?
you see how she made off of GoFundMe?
What?
The father, did you see how much he made off of GoFundMe?
No.
He made over $1 million off of GoFundMe.
Oh my effing jeez, money Christmas.
To start a new life.
Oh jeez. Why does people do this shit? I cannot stand these people that just they can make money off of any tragedy.
I mean, it is pretty harsh because he did lose all 3 of his kids because of his wife.
But yet you find out that he was told over and over that something was wrong with her, and she was saying that she was going to hurt herself and her kids, and yet, like you said, he did leave her alone.
Right.
So I don't feel sorry. I feel sorry for the fact that his kids aren't there, and that his wife's no longer, like she's in prison or whatever the hell. But still, I don't feel that he should have made money off of this.
And it's strange because all the pictures that you see her with her friends and stuff and everything, she's smiling and happy and I don't know. I know pictures can be deceiving, but
yeah.
Now, I remember when I had postpartum depression, I did not look happy.
I know. I had it too. I had it too, PJ. And I'm still taking medication 14 years later because I can't get off it. But that was all because of after my pregnancy, what happened after that. I was rocking and going, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? Like thinking giving birth to my son was the worst thing I'd ever done. When
Yeah.
people are in the groups of possession, they are very good at manipulation, just saying.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
true. And I think something dark was hovering over her.
Once a hustler, always a hustler. I do have a story though. So my sister's husband's sister, so my sister's sister-in-law.
Okay, we're on 3 hours and 5 minutes, just letting you know.
Hey!
Sorry.
Roxy?
No, keep going. I just was joking.
So anyway, at 16 years old, she had a little sports car, and she had the mental capacity of like a 10-year-old, basically, because like she just was not mature. She was not a mature person. She never should have been driving. Anyway, she was trying to turn this curve going about 70 miles an hour, missed the curve, nailed a tree, broke her whole back. So she had to have all of her back replaced with rods and screws and shit. Well, anyway, she had a head injury as well, and it kept her permanently at the age that she was when she had that accident, which in this case was because she acted like she was 10 years old anyway. So even like now she's 40 something years old, she still acts like she's a 10-year-old, right? Well, they put her on Prozac, and at 16 she had a son, and they had her on that Prozac, and she tried to drown her son when he was like 6 weeks old. Does Sway think she will stay in state hospital? Oh, hold on, let me look. But anyway, so she tried to drown her son, and she was on Prozac, and that Andrea Yates was on Prozac when she killed all 5 of her kids.
Andrea Yates. I was getting her mixed up with Susan Smith. Andrea Yates.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Andrea Yates that drowned. No. Yeah. And the husband went to work and left her, even though they'd told him not to leave her with the kids.
They told him that she shouldn't be having any more kids after the second kid.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? Oh, will she be in state prison?
Yeah, Prozac's a terrible drug too.
Mental hospital, BJ. I think they'll put her in a mental.
She's in a mental hospital right now.
Okay, so that's where she'll stay. She won't go to prison.
They will put her in prison.
No.
Dang it.
Because the 12th house is ruled by Cancer. Cancer is the moon. The moon is conjunct Neptune in the 8th house, and Neptune is prison. So the moon is emotional. It's a mental. So she'll stay in a mental hospital. She'll die there. She'll die there in the mental hospital. Yeah. Which, in all actuality, I understand she was on all that medicine and stuff, and it's a sad, sad thing. But if she's going to be traumatized from what she did anyway.
Yeah.
And to think that she'd be out running around because you're going to have to keep her on that same medicine. I mean, shit. Her whole life is going to be nothing but medicine.
PJ, can you please put that in the back chat? That link, it doesn't come up as a link in the StreamYard chat. So,
okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna look more into that because
that's
an interesting.
It has the search warrant, like it's all the police officers' statements, the dad's statements, all the prescriptions, every single thing that happened the day.
I feel sorry because of the fact that most people, like, honest to God, nobody prepares for something like that. Like, if you're married and stuff, and they tell you that, okay, your wife shouldn't have any more kids after your second kid, right? Let's just say.
Right.
And So you're not intelligent enough to go and have her tubes tied or have a hysterectomy, or you go get a vasectomy, or both of you go get fixed, or whatever. I mean, there's not very many married people that get by with not having or having regular marital sex and not being pregnant if you're not doing something to not get pregnant. You know what I mean?
But you know, some religions, they don't like birth control, and that it's a religious thing. You know, they want you to keep breeding, like having babies. That's part of your religion, sort of thing. Like you can't.
See, PJ, you are a little rebel.
Well, I was on birth control, and the only way that I could get pregnant was when I was on birth control. Because when I wasn't on birth control, guess what? I didn't get pregnant.
Yeah, that's what my sister was like. My sister was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I got a story about that. You want to hear it?
Hold on. I was going to say something.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And now I forget. Let me think.
Something about you were on birth control and still got pregnant.
Still got pregnant. Never mind. You can tell your story because I really forget. Thanks, Sway.
Sorry. So my sister was just younger than I. When she was in high school, it was her junior year. Her and 3 or 4 of her friends, they all had boyfriends that year, and they all went and got on birth control pills. And within 6 months of being on birth control pills, all of them got pregnant at the same time. And so my mom and 2 of the other girls' moms went to talk to the health clinic and find out what the hell was going on, you know, and found out that the pills that they had been given them, because they went to the health department every month to get them, the pills were like 3 or 4 or 5 years past what they were supposed to be. Yeah, and so when mom and them looked into an attorney to sue, basically they had enough money to where the attorneys, like, it wasn't going to be worth it in the long run, because my mom had the money to pay for the attorney, but the other girls' parents didn't have money. And so my sister ended up 2 months before she graduated from high school.
Wow.
You had to.
Yeah, I was on the pill.
I was on the pill, and it was awful. Oh my God, I was crying and bawling all fucking day long. I had to stop taking it. Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah, I stopped taking mine years ago. Like I would, just causes havoc with your hormones.
I can't have kids, but I'm still on birth control. I have PCOS, so I have to be on birth control.
You're a bit younger though, PJ. I think once you get to sort of like our age, like they recommend that you're not on it, especially if you're a smoker and stuff. But
I'm 41.
I think the older you get,
I'm old.
Yeah, PJ's old.
You're younger than us. Yeah, you're younger than us.
I'm 41.
I'm 40.
She could be young like me, 20, 21.
I'm 41 going on 60. No, I'm just kidding.
You're 20 years older than me, PJ.
What? No, I'm not. Oh, yeah. Shush. You got to make me think. Well, I was typing and like trying to add at the same time, and I was like, hold on.
Oh, yeah, Tracy. I have twins and triplets naturally that runs through my family on both sides. So, and yeah, I am really shocked, seriously, that none of us had twins. None of my sisters. Well, my sisters are twins, but we didn't have twins. Now, my first, well, let's see, it'd be my mom's first cousin had triplets naturally. And then my mom had twins, and my mom's brother's wife had twins. And then my grandpa's brothers were twins, my mom's dad. His brothers were twins. And then my 5th great grandfather, his sisters were triplets. And that was back in the 1800s, and that was natural. And they all lived. They all 3 lived. until they were like in their 60s.
Me and my oldest are
Sorry,
20 years apart.
What?
Me and my oldest daughter are 20 years apart.
Oh. Yeah, my daughter and I are 25. My oldest is 25 years apart. My mom and I are 21 years, almost 22 years apart. No, we are 22 years apart, aren't we? Yeah. My mom got pregnant with my sister on an IUD.
I can't get
Well,
pregnant.
that's what she claims. That's what she claims. But I think my mom was a little, kind of a horn dog.
Rowdy's awfully quiet.
Where is Rowdy?
Where's the favorite one?
Rowdy. Ernie's here.
What? Parents protest over.
Yeah, my oldest was a surprise too. And then I had to have 3 ultrasounds with her, and none of the ultrasounds she would show her what sex she was. Like, she was modest. I was like, damn. And then I got pregnant with my 2 sons, and they were showing their tallywhackers all over the place in the ultrasounds. You kicked Ernie out. I knew you'd be here, Rowdy.
Oh, she's kicking people out.
It was funny because my youngest son, I had his ultrasound done on 13th of February, 2008.
Where's Brittany?
And, yeah, where is Brittany? And so we were doing the ultrasound, and the ultrasound lady's like, oh boy. And I was like, oh, I'm having a boy? She's like, oh yeah. And she's like, and he's mighty proud of his package. And I was like, what? And she's like, she showed me, and he had his legs spread wide open. I was like, damn, he is
That's
like
funny.
a dad.
Boys are normally proud of it.
And then my oldest, they got his due date wrong. Oh my God. And they tried to tell me he had, what is it called? Try 19. It's the Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got that chromosome. Well, I can.
That chromosome thing.
Yeah.
And my husband, my ex-husband now, but my husband at the time, his brother has hemophilia, and so we had to go to a geneticist, and because they got my due date wrong, and so they didn't realize at the time the due date was wrong. But anyway, they told me he was gonna have severe case of Down syndrome. Oh, I was so scared, and so the day we went to go to the geneticist, my husband's grandfather died. And so then just as we were doing the sonogram and found out we were having a boy, his mom had called and said that his grandpa had passed away. And so then the geneticist was like, when is your due date? And I was like, December 13th. He's like, why did they say that your due date, what the heck? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just doing what the doctor told me to do. And he's like, your due date's accurate, and your son is exactly what he's supposed to be, and there is no genetic defect. Hallelujah. But my son turned out to be just like my husband, and now, oh God. And you can ask Doxy, they're carbon copies of each other. And yes, my son trolled me. Doxy.
Yes.
Were you even listening to my story?
Yeah. Yeah, I was here. My son was just up cooking food, and I was just checking that he wasn't burning the house down. And then his father was messaging me, so
Doxy was
Getting
falling
derailed.
asleep. Don't let her lie. She was sleeping.
She was. I know she was. She was sitting there trying to think of an excuse to shut down the live. Like, Sway, you're getting awful sleepy.
oh, it just amazes me how everyone messages me multiple times whenever I'm live, and then I never hear from anybody when I'm not live. and he was getting titchy because I wasn't answering him, and he's like, "Oh, okay, then," like rolling eyes, and I'm thinking, "Oh, he's getting titchy with me now because I'm not answering him." So.
Oh,
I need to get a drink. I'm
Anyway.
sorry. So, Sway, repeat your story. I was getting a drink. I couldn't. No, I'm just kidding.
PJ? That's it. That's it. Tracy, you
What
see how
Sway
they pick
doesn't-
on me?
What happened?
Sway doesn't realize I've heard all her stories already.
She already knows it all.
No, but
Tomorrow,
But they're
tomorrow you guys
interesting.
got to come back. You guys got to come back tomorrow because it's Ask PJ and Doxy. Any questions?
And guess what? I'm not answering any questions.
She's gonna play the fifth.
Oh, PJ, you better be here. You had better show up. I can see it now. She doesn't show up. Doxy's the only one there.
It'll be like, and nobody will want to know anything because I'm boring.
What questions are people really going to ask me?
Oh, I know the first one they're going to ask you.
What's that?
Were you really brought down by angels from heaven?
Yeah, that's not the
Suck
questions
ass.
they're going to ask me.
Oh, you're just going to suck ass now. You're just going to kiss her ass to make sure she shows up. That's what they're going to ask you.
Oh, God. And I'll ban them all from my channel.
I'm putting myself in timeout for that.
Yeah. She's gonna block herself.
That's right. That's right. 2 shows.
Well, so we got a double banger this weekend. Right, well we better
Well, I
end it
heard a
now.
little bit TMI there, Doxy.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. It's the way we say words over here might be different from the way you think of words over there.
I could just make anything perverted, so it's okay.
Rowdy, I heard that your your other parental figure couldn't hang with the big kids. He had to give up after an hour.
Who's parental figure? It's not mine.
Rowdy. I heard he couldn't hang with the big kids. He had to give up after an hour.
Give up after? Yeah, you only can last an hour. Oh my God! Stop.
I didn't mean it for go that way.
I'm interested how Tracy found us. Was it in just through the algorithm or live streams or because of Brittany T or it's interesting. We're just wondering like if we're actually getting into the algorithm or not. Yeah,
we get in the algorithm. Probably
Who's
not.
Brittany T?
The girl we just did the chart for.
Oh yeah, sorry.
the one that Tracy knows a lot about.
The one that you gave me the chart for, the info.
I was thinking Brittany C, Brittany T. It all got confused in my head.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens when you get into almost 3.5 hours of live stream. You start like going a bit la. Start going a bit.
I'm getting.
Where is Brittany, by the way?
Oh, you're subscribed. I believe you were finally live when I was on. Oh,
nice.
Thanks. Well, that's good, Tracy. Thank you.
Roddy, I've been
It's
tired
good to have-
hours ago. Like I was.
It's good to have. Yeah.
I've been yawning since 5 o'clock. I've been yawning.
I've been yawning since I woke up.
I won't go there.
We tired. Yeah.
At work, I was yawning.
It's good to have like some interaction with other people that know the cases, because it's sort of like crowdsourcing, information and, ideas and stuff, which is good. 3.5 hours ain't so bad.
They won't let me go any longer than that.
I had a 6
My brain
hour
switches
live.
off at 3.
Yeah, I had a 6 hour live
3.
once.
Whoa.
I could talk for hours. I could talk for hours and hours and hours about nothing, absolutely nothing.
Remember that's
Yep,
why I
we
had
know it.
6 hour live?
What? What'd you say, PJ?
I had a 6 hour live once. Remember that?
Oh yeah, yep. That's when you got up there and did your nipple dance.
Oh God, no.
No, she
I'm
didn't.
kidding. I'm kidding. She didn't do that.
She had tassels on. Don't be silly. Right.
Pasties.
Yeah, but I think it's what type of live stream you're doing. If you're watching a lot of like, if you're watching news reports or protests or things like that, like it breaks it up a little bit. You're not just constantly talking. But if you're just doing if you're talking and researching, the problem
Far Q likes
it
to
does
hear
go
me.
fast.
Na 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 na. Far might be my favorite now.
Yeah, it goes by very fast. Like then I go at the end of the week, I go and look how many hours I've spent on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, it's bad.
You know, my phone timed me on how long I've been on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's what happened
like,
to me. And I looked into the thing, and I was shocked.
Yeah,
I don't even watch YouTube.
Doxy
much.
said she was on there for 16 hours.
It said I was
A
on
day.
for 14 hours, right? And I don't even go on. Who do I watch for 14 hours? Because I don't even. I'm
Shove off,
subbed to
Mark.
news shows. I have news channels. I don't watch the news that much. I only have like 4 channels that I'm subbed to, and I don't even watch them.
Well, I actually listen to it when I go to sleep. So I have like a playlist playing while I'm sleeping, because I watch sort of like mysteries and stuff like that while I'm going to sleep. It helps me fall asleep, and now I can't sleep without it. So I'm playing probably about 4 hours of of streaming while I'm sleeping. So that kind of cuts it down a little bit.
Oh, maybe
You're the favorite.
meditation things I watch when I sleep.
Maybe that's what it is. See, I watch a lot of monk stuff. Like monk. To keep me monkified.
She listens to chanting.
Yeah, chanting the monks.
Oh, Roddy's gonna cry now.
Rowdy, believe what you want. I heard the words.
Yeah, Tracy, same with me. Yep, true. Some podcasts, it depends on their voice and like how they. Yeah, some people like their voices make me feel sleepy, especially English ones.
Make me angry.
We can alternate. Okay, whose week is it? Come on, no fighting now.
It's always my week.
Oh, yeah, guys.
Don't let people lie. It's always my week.
Yeah, the voice.
Yeah, it is a voice. Yeah, I find some voices make me really it can be midday, and if I watch them, I'll fall asleep. Jodie Sue, yeah, she's definitely one. Yeah, Tracy, it really is. Yeah. I've got certain ones that I save for bedtime that I know send me to sleep. I can't even I won't even get the whole way through the first podcast or first video before I'm asleep. And then the next night I'll have to go back and watch the end of it. It's always my week at a different place.
Never mind. I won't say anything about that.
Okay, guys.
Be quiet.
We are.
I heard about the what was it? Oh shit, where'd it go?
You heard about the what?
Hold on 1 second. I gotta make sure.
Make it quick. We've only got 30 seconds before we're at 3 hours and 30 minutes.
Shut up,
Oh,
Doxy.
Jesus.
One time I fell asleep with a meditation, ended up astral projection because I came up in the algorithm loop, and I won't make that mistake again.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. No, 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 no. I always pray before I go to bed that I don't astral travel. Oh,
I belong to no one, Rowdy. Nobody.
Oh, Rowdy. Oh, shit.
Ouch.
No.
It's okay.
No. Don't tell.
Rowdy,
Oh.
Rowdy's getting feisty in chat.
Oh, hell. This is what started the whole fight last week, or the other night, was that Rowdy told PJ she was adopted.
Oh, dear. You guys.
I had to go to counseling last week. I never want to hear that word again.
That's right.
I don't think Rowdy heard that. Why? I don't want to hear that word again.
She probably. I sent a message to Brittany. Did Brittany get a hold of you, Rowdy?
Did anybody hear the last of that video?
No, I didn't. I didn't hear the end of it.
What video?
I'm not going to on here. But...
The other one with the. Oh, she didn't. Far, did you hear from Brittany?
Oh, I think Fark, you know.
Okay. Alrighty.
Who has Rowdy and Far Q's? Oh, I know PJ has Far Q's, but who has Rowdy's?
I have Rowdy.
Okay.
That was 3 good cases that we went over. Sorry, I'm changing the subject. I thought that was 3 really interesting cases that.
Oh yeah, that was
looking into.
It's always nice when the lives have somewhere to go.
Yeah, I know, right? Instead of just running circles.
Hey, none of my lives go around in circles.
Yeah, no, but it is good. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I like doing these, like the cold cases and things like that, where there's just nothing and like. Awesome, thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was a little uncalled for, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Astrology doesn't lie. It's very interesting.
That's right.
Well, thanks, Tracy, for being here.
Yeah.
Sway is very good at reading astrology. If you ever want a birth chart done, she does amazing birth charts. So, and you don't have to like give any other details. You just need to know your birth time,
birthplace,
and she does. Yeah, and she'll do a full chart for you.
I can either do it on a live stream like this, or I can do it on a private. And it's free. I don't charge.
It's just all practice.
Bring in some of your friends.
Yeah, I love the cold cases too.
Oh, so there's another local YouTuber in my area.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just coming around, and they're gonna share their channel with me when they started up.
Oh.
Well, they already started it up, but like they haven't given me their channel link yet.
Okay.
But they messaged me on Facebook because they were all excited.
So they're a local person to you?
They found me on YouTube.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Which was weird.
Tums.
Yums, Tums. Sounded really nice. Tums. Huh?
I had buffalo chicken tonight.
I needed some last night or early this morning. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell it was.
Odd snack.
Odd snack.
You know what you need after
we
an
know.
odd
Well, PJ's a little bit odd, but that's okay. We
Yeah.
love her.
Well,
You
they're
know,
fruity.
I used to have Tums after my peanuts.
Yeah, they're
Really?
fruity.
Peanuts
No.
gave you what? It must have been the shells you were eating.
No, that was a joke.
Oh, I was going to say maybe it was the shells, like giving you a bit of
really?
indigestion there. I'll keep that in mind. I just had mine done very recently. You should keep track of the cases with the
Yeah,
astrology
well,
to compare if they
bunch
get
of my
found. We have done.
bunch of my videos are unfortunately a bunch of my old. Let's see, up until the time when I left, I had like what I think it was like 100, and I had done 100 and some, a little over 120 cases when I left, and I only got 2 of them back. So
Yeah,
100 of
but
them
she did
gone.
Elijah Vu and cases like that. But you have got some you have got quite a lot of details correct in the cases that we do know of, like with the astrology.
I used to be over on the Kill Shot Report, and so a lot of he's got all of my old cases over there somewhere, but I don't have access to them.
It's annoying because we'd like to reference back to them. You know, when like people like Elijah Vu got found, we wanted to go back and listen to that live stream to see how close the astrology was, and we couldn't do that because it's been privated. So
Yeah.
And it's hard to recall when you do so many cases. You can't recall every detail. It's almost impossible.
And at the time, I didn't have storage on my computer to videotape or store them all, and so I couldn't take them with me, and now I can't get them.
All right, guys.
Alrighty.
Well,
All right.
it's time for me to go and leave Jennifer coffined off her a nice message.
Oh, geez.
No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't even bother, but because it'll just get deleted anyway. But
you know, she's got
anyway.
ties to the turkey vulture cleanup crew.
Turkey vulture cleanup crew?
What?
Huh? Is it a code for something?
Anyways.
Our good friend, one of our members lived in the area. Yeah, it's too bad. There's a lot of cases I wanted to go back on, like the Madeline Soto. Yeah, cock and blocker. I called her goat. What was it I used to call her? Suck a goat. Suck a goat.
I just can't believe how unprofessional she is for an ex-FBI agent. Like, it just really amazes me how many facts she gets wrong. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I used to call her Jennifer Suck a Goat Coffer. That's what it was. Jennifer Suck. I'm a wordsmith if anybody didn't know.
Good night, Far.
Night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
Rowdy.
Yes.
Guys.
Yeah. Tracy, I agree.
You two stay up here for just 1 second.
Okay.
And
all right,
guys, make sure you come back tomorrow night because it's Ask PJ and Doxy anything. And PJ will make sure to be here.
And Tracy, if you have any dates of any missing people or cold cases or anything that you find interesting, if you can get times on them, Sway can do a reading on those.
It'd be interesting. She said she had her chart done recently. It'd be interesting to compare what I would say to what she had done.
Yeah, it would. Good night.
Night,
Good
everyone.
night, Tracy.
RQ, Rowdy.
Night,
Brittany.
Far. Night, Rowdy. Brittany.
PJ, Doxy.
PJ. See ya.
StreamYard, you sexy thing, you. Night, everybody.
Okay.
Good night.